Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at us.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky at us.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that. Going on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Good morning, UV, shame it's not UV anymore. Good morning, Reckless community. What's going on? It's another Friday with Joe. And we always say this, we're not here for a long time. We're just here for a good time. But to be honest, I don't even know if it's going to be a good time because we're discussing all things Manchester United right now. And there's nothing good about Manchester United right now, if I can be honest with you. Looking at some of the news articles this morning, all I'm seeing is doom and gloom from Manchester United. And I can't lie, I'm not feeling good. I ain't got the energy. Kenny's saying enjoy the crash outs and the meltdowns, but I'll tell you this right now. I am not in the mood for crashing out. I can't be bothered. I ain't got the energy to fight anybody anymore. And I mean, what are we fighting for anyway? What are me and you as fans going to do about this club? Literally nothing. Yeah. We can add our opinions. We can say our piece. But you know what? I'm tired of fighting. I'm just going to say how I feel. If you feel different, you feel different. Who cares? We can discuss it. But one thing I really wanted to start with was the whole Ruben Amorim situation going into the Europa League finals. Now, for me, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how true this is, but it kind of reflects how the game went. Now, Mark Ogden has come out and said that sources have said that Ruben Amorim went into the Europa League finals worried about his team's ability to match Spurs physically in Bilbao. And those fears were confirmed in the midfield and attack. Now, don't get me wrong. We all know about Højlund. We all said that he was rubbish. Yeah? We all know that he wasn't going to do nothing, but we had faith in it, yeah? But what we didn't understand is if you were so fearful of being able to match Spurs physically, why in the hell didn't you start somebody like Ugarte? That guy is nothing but physicality. Do you know what I mean? That guy is all about the physicality. And then Garnacho is all about the running in behind. So I don't understand why you wouldn't start those two people. But those my opinion. That's what I'm going to say about that. And with that being said, Garnacho, we all know how Garnacho felt at the end of the match. And it's come out recently that Sam Lockhurst also thinks that Garnacho is a problem in the Manchester United team. Now, I don't know how you feel about Garnacho, but I still think he's a great star. He's got plenty of, he's got a bright future ahead of him. He might be a little cocky, but shouldn't all great footballers be a little bit cocky, in my opinion? Anyway, I know that he's a great, he's very divisive in the fan base right now because a lot of people think that he's not good enough to be a Manchester United player. Some people don't even think he's good enough to be on the bench. Now, I get that his decision-making needs improvement, but at the same time, that will come. He's only 20 years old. But let me just read out what Sam Locke has had to say about Garnacho as well. Garnacho is becoming a problem for United. He's developed an inflated air of entitlement, and it should start with United. It should start with United because the 20-year-old is brazenly sounding out that he thinks that the season's been ish. I'm not going to say the swear word, but you know what he said. Openly criticizing the manager and also casting doubt over his future. And his grubby little brother joined in online as well. The authority of Manchester United's role should always be protected, but Garnacho is a nuanced case. Now, for me, you see, and this is a close friend of mine, known this guy since like secondary school. My man told me, bun Garnacho, Joe. Base, fam. Bro, you know what? Look, like I said, I'm not going to argue with nobody. Yeah, it doesn't even matter if you feel like Bun Garnacho. The only thing I feel like is, even if you say Bun Garnacho, isn't he still one of the best options that we have to impact a game? You can say Bun Garnacho, but we still have to look at what we have as a team and base, bro. He could have impacted the match a lot earlier. You saw the match. You must have watched it. And if you ain't, you should have watched the replay by now. Yeah. I know you think that Garnacho could have been impactful in that match. Surely the manager has to take a little bit of blame for this. Come on now. Come on now. Especially if he's going into the match worried, like some of the reports are saying. If he was worried about the physicality, put most of the physical players on the pitch then. Let's stop this. Sure. And I don't mind if Garnacho gets sold, by the way. It's not like I'm trying to protect Garnacho. Garnacho is a player that I think we could use as leverage to get some better players that could suit this guy's system. But if it's one player that I think I absolutely refuse to budge on, is Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo situation has got me a little scared still. Yeah. Because United District wrote a little bit of a piece on Kobbie Mainoo, and it's not looking good, bro. All I'm going to say is this. There's a part in this article written by Kane Smith from United District who says, in a second, let me get to the negotiations for a new contract for Kobbie Mainoo have been ongoing for several months, but there's still not any indication that there's any agreement close. A fresh report from Talksport has revealed that sources close to the player claims that he wants to stay at Old Trafford, but do admit that he has reservations over his role in Amorim's system. And that's the problem. Yeah. This is where I start having conflict now. Yeah. Hold on. Now we're saying Bun Mainoo as well. No, SOD. I know it's you, so you might be trolling with that one. Yeah. So we're not gonna say that. Yeah. I mean, I think I should start doing some polls, because are you guys not concerned with losing? Okay, I'm not that concerned about losing Garnacho. I'm more concerned about losing Mainoo. And I feel like the reason why I'm more concerned about losing Mainoo is under this management. Yeah. Look, I'm all for the manager getting players that can suit his system. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not for losing players that I feel that could be essential for our future, because a lot of people, I mean, I could see the fan base is probably about 50-50 split when it comes down to the manager. So are you willing to let this manager get rid of future stars? And I'm not saying that they're definitely going to be future stars, but for me, there should be a limit to what he's allowed to do in terms of who he's allowed to get rid of in the meantime, until he's proven his system can work. Now, if it's a year, if he lasts till next summer and he's had a good season, yeah, where he's proven that his system can work and is effective in the Premiership, then maybe we can talk about moving some people on. But I have to see some proof in the pudding first. I can't just blindly trust you just because you was good somewhere else. Just because you was good somewhere else doesn't mean you're going to be good here. And that's the problem that we face right now. I see somebody in the chat as well saying, who's this? I've never seen this name before. Asking, where's KG? I think he's at Best of Enemies right now. He should be filming Best of Enemies right about now, if I'm being honest with you. But just listen, Friday is usually Joe Day, unless something else happens. But it's always a Friday day with Joe, people. If you didn't know, now you know. Most Fridays will always be a Joe morning show or afternoon show if the week went like how it went this week, innit? So I can't lie. I woke up this morning and I was like, Bun United, innit? I was like, Bun United. Yeah, X is getting cooked right now. Definitely getting cooked right now. Definitely getting cooked right now. Can't wait for that, guys. Make sure you check that as soon as that comes out. Yeah, Best of Any is being filmed right now, probably coming out very soon. Look out for that one. But listen, I'm going to open up the lines right now because I've said all I wanted to say about Manchester United. If I'm being quite honest with you, I didn't want to talk about Manchester United today. But guess what? There's nothing else to talk about. I guess Chelsea do have a Conference League game coming up soon that we could get excited about. Anthony could maybe rescue, I don't know, some sort of dignity for us by beating Chelsea at least. Yeah, because that's what I'm looking forward to. At least I've got a bet on with that likes of NN Chelsea scum that is part of this community. So yeah, I'm looking forward to at least not losing too much money this summer. So lines are open, guys. Let me go pin the link as well. I'm gonna bring in Pav and let him talk, and then I'm gonna go pin the link. Pav, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the show.
Another day and another non-productive day for Man United in transfers.
Yeah, but do you know what? Did you hear what Kobbie Mainoo said though? He doesn't know where he fits into this team. Like Garnacho, and you heard what he said as well. Do you think these are the first two heads on the stumbling block though for outgoings?
I've read some stuff this morning. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it. Um, let me see if I can pull it up and see what it was on Twitter. I can't remember the account. I think about.
I think he must have just locked himself off.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are.
Oh no, I was going on Twitter to see what I read. I'm just trying to put it up. If I go onto another application, I think it just like turns my mic off. So one sec.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Let me see. I'm gonna push this ball again. Someone said that explosion was loud. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can turn that down. Is this too loud? Okay, I see. It's a bit loud. Isn't it?
So what I saw, yeah, it says that Ruben Amorim wants to add pace, power, and athleticism, yeah, to the squad. So bye bye Kobbie Mainoo. Bye bye to anyone with any talent, yeah, any flair, any je ne sais quoi. Yeah, bye bye to them players. Because this man is gonna turn us, yeah, into a, I don't know, can it be an expensive Brighton? I don't know what the word is, but it's something Brighton. That's what we're gonna get turned into. Boring football, yeah. We're gonna be an overspent and overpaid Brighton. Yeah. If anyone has any incline of watching any good ballers, any good footballers, any skills or anything, bye bye. Bye bye. If that's what he wants, pace, power, and athleticism, yeah.
He
Everything
should
that
have.
we had in the past in Man United will not exist again.
He should have been here with McTominay, innit? That's what he really wants, innit? He wants a
Of
team of
course,
McTominay.
of
That's what
course.
he wants. McTominay's. He wants McTominay's, bro. He would have been happy if McTominay was still here.
So yeah, so I see that obviously the Kobbie Mainoo things have been in talks for months. We've all known that. If I'm Kobbie Mainoo, I'm just thinking then like, do I want to waste away here? If this man has no interest in using me or developing me, do I want to be here? Because we know Kobbie's not the quickest. He's not. Yeah, but he is a very talented kid. But
I'm not.
is it what Ruben want? If Ruben don't want him, then brother, you might as well find yourself at another club. Don't waste your
No,
career away here.
no. Because this is the problem that I have. Yeah, with this whole situation. If Ruben don't want him, then he might as well go away. No. I'm side eyeing Ruben at this point because I feel.
You lot all backing him. You all want him to stay. So why you side eyeing Ruben? Yeah.
Hey, I think there
All
should
the,
be limitations on this guy. You know what?
nah, there is no limitations. You all
No,
back it. You are
don't
back the
say this to me.
manager. Back the manager.
Don't
Back the
talk to me
manager.
about manager, bro, because everybody was telling me I was Ruben Amorim out, fam. Yeah. So don't talk to me about back the manager, fam. I'm looking at everything pragmatically right now. Yeah. Remember what I said? It's a move, Manchester United versus everything, fam. And I'm telling you right now, there is a part of me. There's a big part of me that doesn't trust the manager. I only feel like he was dealt a wrong hand. Everybody's heard me say this countless times, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. I only feel he deserves to see what he can do next season because he was dealt such a raw hand this season. Hopefully, going into next season, yeah, I don't think he should be allowed to get rid of certain players. Yeah, if he doesn't want them in the squad
So
because
are
he
we
feels
are we just gatekeeping players so we don't sell them, and then they're unhappy, and then you've got another Rashford situation, then you got another Garnacho situation, you
this,
got a Ronaldo situation. Who else has done it? The Sancho situation. Because how
would
long
you
is Kobbie just going to sit there on the sidelines? If that's what
like,
Ruben wants,
use him? If Ruben ain't gonna use him, bro, I will then loan him. And if Ruben doesn't work out this season, guess what? He's coming back to me. That's what I would do.
no, we're not loaning Kobbie. There's no chance you're loaning Kobbie yet. For what? Kobbie, if Kobbie's sitting there negotiating a contract, and brother, I'm telling you now, Kobbie, yeah, his family won't allow it. Do you think his family gonna allow him to rot? Yeah. Everybody hates Ineos. Everybody already hates the Glazers. Yeah. You think that Kobbie Mainoo's parents are gonna allow him, yeah, to sink at this club with what's going on? I don't think so. Again, I would love for Kobbie to stay, but the kid has to look out for himself. He's a very good kid. Nothing bad goes on the outside with this guy. Yeah, his parents have brought him up well. His parents need to look out for him, and if that means moving away from Man United, then he has to move.
Nah, man, I'm not getting rid.
And that's me saying it because I love Kobbie. Yeah, I like everything about the guy. Yeah, but I'm not having him wasted at this club. Yeah, with a dead manager. And Tommy Boyle said the same. I don't know if you can see Tommy Boyle's comment about the 3-4-3. Right, it's not even a 3-4-3 because the 3-4-3 has the wingers, but it's not going to work in this league. Yeah, we're going to have no wingers when it comes to the summer. The wingers are going. Yeah, Ahmad's going to be right wing back with the 10. We'll have no wingers at this club at all. So when it fails and a new manager comes in and there's no pace, there's no one to break down the lines, to take the ball down the byline, we can sit here and moan. Again, we're going to have nothing.
I already know how you feel about the manager. Yeah, it was never in question.
Oh,
But
and then obviously,
no, hold on.
we're,
Let me
we're,
finish. Hold on.
no, I was
Wait.
just going to say that the ownership are sacking 200 staff today as well. So there's something. Did you not read that on Twitter? 200 redundancies.
So
Yeah,
the
the
players.
Telegraph, and a couple of journalists said that there's going to be 200 redundancies today.
So hold on. The players do shit. We end up 17th probably, and we sack staff that have nothing to do with the football.
Yeah, there's 200 redundancies, and also I think there's a £10 million penalty for Adidas for not having any European football.
We're
There's
not getting
anyone who said there's going to be more player wages reduction. That's not happening because that was only the clause in their contract if they fail to meet UCL, and that was obviously done last year. So there's no more player wage reduction. I think they're losing 30 mil in Premier League cuts. I literally had the post up. I can't remember where it is, but there's a lot of money that's going away from the club. Obviously, they've lost over £100 million in broadcasting potential money that they were going to make. So, of course, there's going to be cuts. They told us this anyway before. They said that if Man United didn't get Champions League football, it was probably near enough impossible to not sack people. So what I've read today, the Telegraph are pretty much right about a lot of stuff. They're saying that there's 200 staff who knew that it was coming. They even said that they've spoken to staff members that said they saw it a mile away. So there's a ton of redundancies there as well. So it is bad for them. But again, people didn't want people who wore dishcloths on their head to come own our club. So, yeah.
On that note, I cannot let Pav talk anymore. Okay, Pav, man, what's wrong with you? Can't you just be respectful about people? Like, come when they talk about people, don't respect the brown people, then look at you talk about people anyway. Disrespectful, Pav. Boo, rude. You're so rude, Pav, man. Jesus. Anyway, do you know what I'm gonna do as well? I didn't actually pin the link, so let me bring in Yorks N. Yorks, what's that, bro? Is this bomb better now?
Yeah, I can hear it. I'm cool, man. I'm good.
All right, wicked. Let me go pin this link now. What's going on though, bro? Talk to me, man.
Look, I haven't called in a while since the final. I haven't called. I've been busy. I've had a few interviews and that, and I've been sort some stuff out. Right.
I did. Hold on. Interviews. Did they go well?
Oh, I'll find out next week. If I get the job, no more tap water, bro. No more tap water, bro. Boss. Moving up, boy.
Man, say smart water, yeah? All right, cool.
Yeah, man. What I would say
I love to hear it. But talk to me, bro. What's going on?
It's like
just a drama then, yeah?
Do you know what it is, yeah? Right, I'll just take like my line of work in it. I'm in management, right? And my job is to basically see patterns, right? Different patterns within my team and whatnot, and make judgments on that, right? And what you can see is we've had this pattern for years, right? For about 10 to 12 years, we've had this pattern. When things goes to shit, the players split, the dressing room splits, right? And the players go rogue, right? They start blaming the manager this, that. And you know what us fans do? We just lap it up. Bro, I swear down, this fan base love Tech Bun, you know. Right? They love getting cheated on. They love getting cheated on, bro. They do the same thing
Okay, okay.
over and over and over and over and over again, bro. We do the same thing
You're
every
saying don't sack
season.
the manager then, yeah? What you're saying is don't sack the
Look,
manager.
I don't care. I don't care if they sack the manager or not, but we've got to realize, bro, we've got to clear out this fucking squad, bro, and start fresh. We have to,
Oh, hold on
right?
then.
These
So this is
players
a
have to
crucial
go.
question then. Well, this is a crucial question then, yeah? Because the poll I'm about to set in the chat right now is going to say, would you sell Kobbie before you sack Amorim? Yeah? That's going to be the question. Because for
Well,
me,
do you know
I
what it is?
wouldn't let, I
That's a
wouldn't let him.
difficult.
That's what I'm
It's a
saying.
it's a difficult question, yeah. And I'll be honest, I don't know where I stand with it. Look, Amrin got it wrong on that final. I was vexed, yeah. And I'm a big Amrin supporter, right? He got it wrong. He got it wrong, right? But I'm just saying there are so many players in this squad, yeah, yeah. Take Garnacho for a second, right? No, you know, not even take Garnacho. You know what I found out? Not I just realized, yeah, I was just thinking, right? Throughout the
Mm.
season, we didn't hear nothing about the manager this from the players, not the manager that, oh, we don't like the manager. What you was
Yep.
hearing is, oh, this is a good manager. He helps us. He's trying, he's doing this. And you can see them getting on. You can see all this kind of stuff, right? As soon as we lose the final, they go back to the old ways. The split. Oh, this guy's not good enough. Da 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 da. I didn't get enough time on the pitch. Da, da, da. All this bullshit, right?
Because
All this
he was
bullshit.
playing for himself, though, innit? A lot of people said that the likes of Garnacho was really only playing for a move because all the rumors that was going on in January about him talking to other clubs,
Well,
you know,
then
he's
he can fuck off. One time. One time, look, bro, look. I'm tired. I'm tired of this, right? Because we do the same thing every manager, bro. Yeah, we just every single time. Every manager we've had good managers, bro. We've had Mourinho, we had Van Gaal, right? People. The fan base is split on Oli, but he finished what? He finished top four twice. Yeah, we would love to have that right now, right? Yeah. So it's just like we've had decent managers. You can't tell me every single time, yeah, it's the manager's fault. You
no.
can't tell me that.
No, but at the same time, every single time, just like you have alluded to, you can't say that it's all the players' fault because
We've
you
never
can
we've
say the
never
manager
blamed
wasn't wrong in the final.
we've never blamed players, bro. We've never done it.
We've never blamed the players. This is what we're doing this season. Everybody's been
No,
saying
no,
Amram and all the players need to
no,
go, bro.
no, no, no. This is the thing. What happens? This is the thing. What happens? This is what happens. We blame the players, and then when we say, "Ah, let's get rid of him," that's where everyone goes quiet. Everyone goes
No,
quiet.
there's certain things I don't think you should be able to touch.
Okay,
Man,
you
bro, even
even you just said yeah, even you just
Kobbie,
said before,
Kobbie.
a player like Garnacho, you want him to have that kind of I can't remember the word, the edge, that kind of edge or that cockiness, right? There's a difference between cockiness and just having some self-worth, right?
I
Understanding your
don't want
self-worth. The problem,
entitlement.
the problem, the problem with
It's
Garnacho,
entitlement.
he thinks he's better than what he is. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the
I don't
entitlement.
want that in
That's
my
the
squad.
entitlement, bro. That's the entitlement because he's been. Look, you got to think one thing as well. You see, when someone breaks into a squad, yeah, this is why people need to be managed properly. Yeah, when you break someone into a squad and you made him the main man on the left wing, yeah, he's never had to really fight for his place. He's number one guy since he's come through.
That's
Now,
no,
this
no,
might
no.
be.
That's not the thing, right? The thing is, yeah,
You haven't heard
we've
what I'm
had
said yet. So you don't know what the thing is, bro. Hold on, let me finish, yeah? Because you know what I should do? I shouldn't have started a timer and then started talking. Yeah, 1 second. Let me pause this timer. I'll even bring it back. Yeah, restart that. Yeah, bring it back. I'll only give you your 2 minutes back here. But I'm gonna say this one thing. If you have a player like Garnacho, yeah, he's been managed wrong for a long time. You've come into this team, he feels like he's the dog's bollocks, yeah. He feels like he's the shit. I understand that you have to manage him and his expectations and bring him back down to earth and say, listen, bro, I know the last guy thought you was the shit, but you're not the shit. For me, you're just it. And then You know, we're gonna have to find someone who's maybe either better than you, or you could even develop into a player because you're only 20 years old, bro. You got a long way to go. Trust me. That's how you could word this thing to a minute. Yeah. Now, if this guy then comes back at you and does not accept your olive branch, yeah, you're the manager, then I have no problem with you selling him. But you see, when you have the likes of Kobbie Mainoo now, who we've seen played in all sorts of different positions, yeah. And by the way, who we all know is a superstar in the making, yeah. I'm sorry, but if he goes to another team that maybe even helps build a team around him, because we all said that the future was Kobbie Mainoo in the midfield, yeah. So if he goes to another team where he's appreciated for the things he can do in the midfield, bro, I'm going to be so pissed off that we lost that talent. And I know if we become a force to be reckoned with in the future, then it won't matter. But are you confident that you want to let talent like Kobbie go for a manager like who hasn't proved anything to us yet? That's what I'm saying. I'd rather loan him, fam.
Look. I'll get onto the Kobbie thing, right? But as I said, as a manager myself, yeah. If I realize that one of my like assistants or one of my team members, right, is not performing, right, and I've done adjustments, I've made some changes, I've switched them different places. I remember switching him onto the right to see if he can try and just keep the ball, crossing the ball in. He ends up going back onto the left each time. You can see Amran on the side, go back to the right. He always does that. If you watch the games, he's always been doing that, right? You work him, you bring him up the squad, yeah, because he's posting stroppiness, right? Yeah. And then you bring him back in, right? You try and work with him. And then at the end of the day, he throws it back in your face. You got to sack the asshole, man. You got to sack him. You got to get rid of him.
That's fine.
You got
That's
and then
fine.
let's go to the Kobbie Mainoo. Let's go to the Kobbie Mainoo thing. Let's go to the Kobbie Mainoo thing, right? Yeah. We say that Aaron hasn't proved himself. Neither has Kobbie. Yeah. He hasn't really proved himself. We know he's of great talent, right? But if it's not even the manager that is questioning him, Kobbie's questioning himself. Am I gonna fit into this team? That's what's all that's come out. It's not the manager said how do I fit Kobbie into the squad? Kobbie's come out himself. I said, how am I going to fit into this team? As someone, yeah, who is an assist, say if you're working and you want to trying to impress your manager, how do you make yourself known to your manager? You go out and you perform. You show your manager that you are worthy to be here, right? So that's what he needs to do, right? I don't have time for this. Bro, these man, yeah, they're on more money than all of us in this chat, right? They're men, bro. Yeah, yeah. Go and have some balls, right? And go and perform on the pitch. Why do we always pander for them? Stop doing this shit, man. I'm tired of these. And you know what? Do you know what? We always go at Arsenal fans being deluded, bro. But I swear down, this season has made me realize, yeah, you fans, some of the worst fans. We're not even deluded. We're just stupid. We're stupid. We're stupid, man. I'm tired of it.
You stay there. Oh god, it's wrong though. I mean, that's why I was cussing on the United view the other day, wasn't I? I was saying we were all stupid. I said that. Oh, even anyway, but I'm not gonna go back into that. But I get what you're saying. Sometimes we are pandering to these players, bro. But I'm telling you why you know, maybe I am pandering a little bit to Kobbie Mainoo because I don't feel like we've seen the best of him enough to say that, or the worst of him yet, by the way, to say that he should be let go. That just sounds crazy to me. Yeah, especially because we don't have a manager that I believe in yet. Maybe that's the reason, isn't it? The manager, I don't believe in him yet. He has not proven anything for me to say that I believe in him over certain players, that his system is better than the players that we have. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's kind of what it is, isn't it? It's his system versus how good we think certain players are. Because he says these players don't fit into this system. So how good is your system, though? Anyway, we'll find out. We shall find out. Yo, Peter, welcome to the show, bro.
Shut up.
Oops, wrong button. What's going on, Peter? You're muted if you don't know, you muted yourself. You have to unmute yourself. Bring you in next, as in not now, yeah? Okay then. Etc. How you doing?
Yeah, hey Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, now I can hear people. What's going on?
Perfect. I was driving, so I just parked a little bit to the side. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to come in and kind of ask you, Joe, because again, I'm kind of getting mixed answers from you in regard to this. So, if I understand this right, the reason you're Amorim in is because the only reason really is because you felt like he was dealt a bad hand. Is that right?
Yeah, that's the only reason. And I feel a little
That's the
sorry
only
for
reason. Yeah.
yes.
So here's the thing, right, Joe? I
I'm listening.
cannot see that as a viable reason, mainly because if you say he's dealt a bad hand, remember, he's signed into this, right? When he signed that contract, right? And if you're offered a job anywhere, right? What are the first things you look at? You look at, what does this company actually do, right? Do I actually fit into this role, right? And then let's say if it's a struggling company, then you would ask stuff like, well, do I get extra money I can spend? Can I recruit other players? That's the first thing he would have asked. So I'm not gonna take this excuse of, oh, he was only given one player in January, because the first thing he would have asked this board was, am I going to get the money? To which they would have said, no, you aren't.
No.
Right? So I'm not going to accept this excuse of, oh, he's only got one player, so we should give him time. No, he signed into this. Okay? So that's kind of that part I wanted to address, right? And the next thing I'm getting really sick of with fans, right, is when fans say, oh, you know what? We needed this because we need to rebuild, or we need to clear out, right? Here's the thing. People don't actually understand what a rebuild is, right? Now, I'm going to break it down for you. People normally think, oh, if when you change the formation, the team style, the culture, the recruitment and stuff, that is what a rebuild is. So I can break it down even further for you, right? When you change the board, the manager, and the players, right? Would you say that's a rebuild, Joe? I think that's fair enough to say as a rebuild. Would you agree?
Agreed.
Right? So we've changed the board, right? We've changed the recruitment, right? We've changed the manager, right? And now that's left is, you would say, the players, correct?
Okay, yes, correct. Go on. I'm gonna keep
Right.
listening. I'm not gonna
Exactly.
interrupt.
Now, the thing is, right, if life and if football was as plug and play as that, you would say that we're most of the way there to the rebuild already. But the facts show us that we are nowhere near. The reason why is people just don't understand. Most 99% of clubs in the world are in a constant rebuild. The difference is whether you hire competence or incompetence. And we have hired incompetence in the board, in this manager, because as you know, I'm Amorim out, and we've hired incompetent players, right? Most clubs are in a constant rebuild. The difference is whether you hire competence or incompetence. And at any stage, if you feel like the competence hasn't been matched, they should be gotten rid of. That is how a club gets better over time, right? Now,
Right
another
now,
thing is, yeah,
so
sorry.
hold on. So right now, you feel that we have incompetent players, an incompetent manager, and an incompetent board. So we're failing in all three areas because you
Yeah,
don't believe in the manager,
because,
all the players
yeah.
that spit.
Mhm.
So would you be happy for him to sell the likes of Kobbie then, or would you be
Oh,
more willing in this poll? You know the poll I did. Did you vote that no
mhm.
or yes? That would you let him sell Kobbie, or would you sell him
So
Kobbie?
here's the thing. When this board came in, right, they said that they would take charge of the players and the recruitment, yes? So this manager should not have a say in whether Kobbie should stay or go unless there's a major, issue like Rashford was, for instance, right? So this manager should not have a say, right? So it's the board and the recruitment that should have the say in which Kobbie should stay or go. So it's their decision, right? And just to really wrap things up, the players, you're not going to get rid of 25 players or the 20 players, right? You're going to take multiple seasons for it. So this idea of, oh, we need to change up all the players before we have a look at the manager, or we need to change players, give the manager his players, right? That's not how life works. That's not how football works. You have to work with what you've got. You have to earn the time before you're given more players to work with. If you cannot show anything with what you're given, because this is not a relegation squad. This is a mid-table squad, in my opinion, right? And if you cannot, even if you got mid-table, I would understand. But his performances as a manager, those have been incompetent. So I don't see why we can get rid of this manager and the players. Why did it just have to be one or the other? We can do both. That's my mistake.
But what about money, bro? Let's have it right. Yeah. There's money involved in that, bro. Because to get rid of Amorim is going to cost money, even though he said he doesn't want the compensation if he gets sacked. Lies. But if you have to do that, yeah, legally we'd have to do it. Give him his money to get rid of him. And then if you want a good manager, we're going to have to go to a club to then yank a manager from their club, which is going to cost us another pretty penny. And then on top of that,
Absolutely.
we're never insured how much players that we're actually going to get out the door. So it goes to the situation then where it becomes even longer and more expensive to do what you wanted to do. If you get rid of the manager and the players, and more, that we ain't got the money for that shit, fam. So this is why it's very crucial, important that it's either you stick with this guy or you've chosen somebody that you think can actually take us forward. Because to do a rebuild within a rebuild is just nuts, fam. I have to see him do next season, and hopefully he does at least 50% better than what he's done this season. 50% better should be at least the benchmark, yeah, for what he's done this season. At least, minimum.
100%. Yeah, I would also want to. The last thing I would say because I've already taken too much time. Last thing I want to kind of ask all the Amorim inners is, I want like a level. I want you to tell me where Amorim should be, at a certain point in the season, right? I need hard numbers, because I'm not going to sit here trying to complain with people next season if we do worse or bad, whether opinions have changed or flipped or not. I want hard numbers. Otherwise, there's no expectations.
That's also true. Hey, big up yourself. All right. I can't do the KG thing. All right. So many. Hey, right. Is it an Australian thing? He said, right, 29 times. 29 times. He's very, very right. Anyway, let's get to the next caller. Big call, though, etc. I'm going to try and get some of those hard numbers for you, but I don't think you're going to get those hard numbers from the next caller, because I'm pretty sure you know what? The next two callers, I don't know if you're going to get that from. Maybe the third one. But this caller is not going to give you hard numbers. He wants this guy out already. Josh, how are you doing, bro? You're on mute if you didn't know.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just kind of working. How are you doing? It's been a while. And I'm not Amorim out, so the conspiracy needs to stop, bro. Like, what is this?
You're not Amorim out.
However, no, I'm not. But I did put in the chat. If this guy gets rid of Kobbie, and this is me only, you're talking about Kobbie, right? And the poll you put out. So if this guy gets rid of Kobbie, we need to sack him before Kobbie leaves. That's what I will say.
Well, okay, because now giving me people are saying that I'm pandering when I'm saying that, yeah, because I don't want him to sell Kobbie. I would rather loan Kobbie if he doesn't want Kobbie in this team for the minute.
Yeah,
so that he can still get, still be out there getting experience and growing as a player. So that's what what do you say? What would you say? Because I still give the manager a season, even if he doesn't want Kobbie in the team. Like I said, I would loan Kobbie to a good team, maybe even a team that's experienced in Champions League football. I'm pretty sure any team will snap to loan Kobbie.
I've got 3 to 4 reasons. So this is the same manager last or earlier in the season said, the rumors were circling around, and they said, we want to build the future around the youth, right? He said, I want to keep guys like Garnacho and Kobbie, right? Number one. 100%. Number two, we all agree, I think we're all in agreement that this guy shit the bed and he got outclassed and he in the final, right? We agree. So we also agree that he needs his own players, right? Number 4, we still don't know where Kobbie fits into the system. And you want this guy to rebuild this club, and you want him to send out the youth based off what? Like where does the where are those people? Where are those people who used to say, oh, this manager is setting us back? Oh, this manager doesn't know what to do with these players. Where are the same people that are talking about, or used to talk about, why isn't the manager coaching these players? It's been a whole season, Joe. Even Rashford doesn't know where to fit into the system, but we understand Rashford spent a lot of time at United and he can go, right? So can you please tell me where is the proof that he wants to do something with Kobbie, or that we should be letting Kobbie go under him?
But this is what I'm saying though, bro. Is Kobbie's the ones that come out and say, well, it's not maybe Kobbie directly, but it's someone in his camp that has come out and said that Kobbie feels like he doesn't know where he belongs in this team. Do you know what I mean? And he's considering his future basically.
And we've seen
Manchester
it. It's been pretty evident, right? So having said that, I mean, if it comes,
after the final, bro, being brought on for 1 minute, this is kind of disgusting work to the
he
likes of
brought
Kobbie.
him on at the 88th minute, Joe. 88th minute. Kobbie, the same guy that basically rescued you in that second tie at Old Trafford. You remember? Before Harry Maguire's goal, the equalizer was Kobbie. This is almost the same conversation as to, Eric Ten Hag didn't play Ahmad, but when he brought Ahmad on against Liverpool, he scored in that semi-final and then he went on to win the final. So why don't people keep the same energy? That's all I'm asking. Like, I
Bro,
understand. Okay, I will give you this. So if Kobbie has a problem with his contract and he wants his fees up, and there's an issue there, or they're trying to deliberately create a market for him, it's a different conversation. But if from just a footballing perspective, this cannot happen. Like, we have to sack this guy before he starts pushing these players out the door, man. What are we doing?
this is
That's where I
look,
am.
this is what. But that, look, I agree with that, but I still think if he is here now, yeah, they have to give him next
Yeah.
season. They have. I'm sorry,
I'm fine with that too.
give him next season, but don't allow. Look, at the end of the day, Eric Ten Hag didn't have full power over the sacking on or buying of players. Do you know, man? He didn't have full control. Yeah, apparently he has some sort of veto, but veto would have mean that he wouldn't have sold McTominay. So there must be some things that are taken out of his hands. Now, with someone like Garnacho, with someone like Kobbie Mainoo, I'm not putting them two at the same level. Yeah, one's been very disrespectful, the other's really been kind of quiet. Now, if you want to get rid of disrespect in your public, I can completely understand because it brings an unrest to your dressing room and to your authority. But for me, Kobbie has been nothing but respectful, and you never know when he might click into your system. And he's, for me, too talented to let you have a decision on if he should leave or not. You can say you don't want to play him, I'll loan him. What do you say to a loan for Kobbie Mainoo if the manager doesn't want to play him this season?
I would 100% agree with the loan, but I think because we've seen our squad be so thin, dude, we could predict the starting 11 for every game if we wanted to, because that's how thin the squad is, right? So my thing is, what you do is either you loan him or you keep him, because now Amorim is kind of like exposed himself. He's still a young manager. He's still learning. You give him the whole season. I don't mind. That's not the problem, right? So you go and you're in yours, right? You go and you tell him, look, we'll get you the players, but you're not loaning anyone out because we've seen your rotation. We've seen how you don't know how to make subs. He's kind of exposed himself. We have footballing players or footballing people now in higher up at United. So they need to sit him down and they need to tell him loaning out is not going to do us any good. What do you loan out Kobbie and do, by the way? It's better to keep him at United rather than to loan him out, in my opinion, because what's that loan going to do? And where are you going to send him?
The loan will help the
Wages are peanuts, bro. So who's
bro? The loan will help Kobbie's development. Yeah, if the manager's not using him, yeah, then the loan will help Kobbie's development. That's all I'm doing that for. It's not for anything else. It's just so that Kobbie can develop if he's not used. I'd rather let him experience match day games, first team football if he goes to another team. But
in my opinion, like, I feel like,
where's your presentation, bro? Where's your presentation, fam?
This presentation is almost ready, man. I just need to finish. I need to just wrap up work and get done and find some free time and finish this presentation thing. I'll do it. I'll do it. It's a promise. I'm going to do it.
Summertime's coming. Sorry. Summertime's coming. And ain't going to be no football. Time for your presentation. Hurry up and get it wrapped up so we can have it on the channel.
I shall do that. I'll deal on that.
Take care of yourself. I'll get you back on the show if you're still about. But yes, let me move on to the next caller. We've got a couple people waiting still. Actually, hold on. Let me bring in Josh. You heard that Excedra was asking for hard numbers, yeah? How long are you giving the manager next season and where exactly by what time before you say manager out?
I don't know what Excedra is on. I respect everyone's opinion, right? But I'll say this. Because he's got one game a season now, right? One game a season, Joe.
One game a week.
Sorry, 1 game a season. What am I saying? 1 game a week. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just working as well. So 1 game a week. I'm expecting a top 4, top 6 finish, man. I want to see us in the Champions League. I want to see this guy back. And I'm yeah. It's like, dude, 1 game a season didn't it work? 1 game a week didn't it work for Chelsea? And so like I don't want top 8 finishes, bro. I'm giving this manager time till December, but I could give him the entire season if it means we're finishing top 4 or top
So what do you want to
5
see him by
maybe
December?
if he's almost
Say
close.
Yeah. So if you're saying you're reviewing in December, yeah. So where do you want to see him by December then?
By December, I want to see him. He could be top 6, top 8, but it has to be edging close to, like a difference of 3 points, 5 points, or 6 points. You can't be like, it can't be a guaranteed thing that United won't make top 4, top 5. Like that's what I'm saying. There has to be intention, especially if you're being backed.
I don't think by December, if you're in the top 8 by December, there would no guarantee you finish within or out. 4, to be fair. You know what I mean? There's going to be, if you're 8th at December, there's going to be, you're going to be points that you could gain to obviously get into top 4 by then. But yeah. Big up yourself though, bro.
That's it for me. Like, I think so.
Big up, Josh. Big up. Hey, wrap up. Straight to the next caller.
Go on.
Hold on. Wait 1 second. One second. Sorry. I was supposed to read out the super chats first before I brought you in, but I forgot. Hey, Joe Lafori, big news. Hey, community, good news. The little ones got called up to be a mascot on the Unity Cup. What? She's gonna be walking out with Ghana. Hey, round of applause for young Lafori. Hey, well done, man. So proud. The community is communing, man. Oh, I love that. And also, what? Jonathan Hammond with the 5 gifted memberships. Hey guys, if you got those, I beg you say thank you. It's only right that you say thank you if you got gifted a membership in it. So look next to your name. If you got the little symbols and you're able to use all the little emojis now, that means you got a membership. So make sure you say thank you to Jonathan Hammond. Yeah, big up to him still. Thank you, supporting the channel as always. Now wrap up. Talk to me, bro. Where did you want to begin?
Yeah, this thing's getting so boring. Like, you can't listen. Haven't people heard the saying? You can chew gum and walk at the same time. You can sack him and get rid of the players still. You can do one or the other. You can do both.
Do you think we have the financials to do?
Nothing's been done, and it's funny you said the financials. It's funny you said that. That's something that I agree with. The only reason he's staying is because of the financials, and hence why I said to KG, and I'm saying it to you again, he will get this season, and then he's going to get sacked. This is going to happen. He will get the full season, and he will get sacked. This is going to happen.
But what if he does well? He could do well. We know none of us here is Mystic Meg, bro. We ain't got no crystal ball. So
no, if he does well, he keeps his job well done. If he does well, he keeps his job well done. But as it stands, from the body of work I've seen, he gets this season and he gets sacked. That's what's gonna happen. And instead of sacking him mid-season, they just let it peter out. They pay less money. You reached this year the contract. It's less money to pay off, and that's it. That's how I think. I think that's what they're probably going, and they want to save face. That's what they're not gonna. That's what I'm looking at right now.
If that's the plan, then I don't want to see a bunch of only type. Well, actually, no. They say they're buying multifunctional players, isn't it? Yeah. So at the end of the day,
that's why I'm not even done. At the end of the day, it goes back. Can he coach? And at the moment, he has shown nothing. All he's shown is shape of the team. 3 players at the back, 5 players at the back. Yeah, 2 in the middle. It's not looking good, bro.
With what you just said, then would you let him get rid of Kobbie Mainoo this summer?
No, I said no. It's not worth it because I think he's getting sacked. That's what I think, and this whole thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even angry because I see what's gonna. I've seen this story so many times. What's the point giving him 10 games? of the season. You might as well sack him in the summer and just start afresh. We haven't improved. Nothing's been built anyway. So sack him and get rid of the players as well. Any players you can, because he's still gonna have to work with a lot of the players he's cussing. So all saying, oh, they're not. You still have to work with a lot of the players. This is 8 that's been released anyway because they're running out of contracts. But a lot of them are going to be staying anyway. So he's going to have to coach. And all this, we brought in a coach, but then it's always the players. I get it, it's both. But at some point, you have to show something, man. How come all these other managers that play a back three system are dapping him? Glasner, Marco Silva, the Wolves manager. How many managers are exposing him that play back three systems who weren't playing it before?
Devil to advocate, bro. I play devil advocate and say, well, I think somebody like Abs would say that, he needs more time. He needs more time with the players. He needs the pre-season. Certain managers that you're talking about, they've had their pre-seasons, time to implement their system properly.
Time to implement. So you think in a month's time, in 2 months' time, it's all gonna click. In 2 months' time, it's all gonna click.
Maybe when he gets those players that he says he needs, in it, we'll find out.
And how many players how many players? Now that we ain't got the P's, how many players do you reckon we're getting this summer?
4 players.
4 players.
We would have got 6 players if we had got into the Europa. Now I think we're
4 players.
And it kind of depends on how much we get rid of as well. I think it was
exactly
players.
I reckon this is what's gonna happen. We ain't gonna be 17th. We'll probably be hovering around 11th, 10th. If we get a decent enough attackers, that is, we get decent enough attackers. The attackers can scumbag it, so we're around mid-table, which I already said 10th, 11th. That's how I reckon. We ain't getting top 6. As what he's shown, we ain't getting top 6. He's shown nothing.
So
that's the harsh reality.
You ain't nothing. I was going to ask you what your final thought was because I'm going to bring in the next person. But what you're saying is, sack him now, basically. Save us the heartbreak.
Yeah, we're waiting. He's thinking. He don't even believe in his own source. He keeps saying, "Sack me, don't sack me, sack me, don't sack me."
Oh, you know what? Big up yourself. I'm gonna bring in the next caller now, but you're not wrong. I do hear what you're saying. It does kind of sound like, always me sometimes. Oh, sack me then. Oh, like a disgruntled ex. Tommy Boy with the super chat says, sack Amorim now. Get Edin Terzic. Is that Edin Terzic? Let me just know if I said that right. Sack him now. Get Edin Terzic in immediately. Who does he play for? Who does he manage? I don't know who he is. Let's go to the next caller. Abs up suit. Oh my god, people keep calling in. Okay. Oh no, Ashu's here. Someone was actually asking for you earlier, Ashu. Will was saying, where's that guy who says I'm racist but I'm brown, so it's okay. But I'm not bringing you in yet. Ade.
Hey, Joe Blackman.
Hey, well, go on. Welcome to the show, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, and you, man? How you doing?
Do you know what? I'm better than I was 2 days ago. I'm better than I was yesterday.
Literally, I watched the post-match review on with KG and what's his name, and you were so furious with your words,
Sorry.
Sometimes so strong with some foul language. But I understand the situation, yeah, because
sorry, everybody.
Yeah, and it's heat of the moment, I felt what you felt, and the whole United fan felt the same thing as well.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, I'm in the situation now where we've dropped out of Europe. Manchester United. I've never known this Manchester United. That's where I'm at right now. I think that's where my frustration came from that day, innit? Yeah. I'm sitting here looking at Manchester United losing the Europa League final to fucking Tottenham, who've been extra shit. They're actually below us in the table because they've been shitter than us. They've been shitter than us, who I think is absolutely shit. I didn't think people could get worse than us. And we go into a game and they score a goal and we couldn't do anything. Manchester United, big boy Manchester United couldn't do nothing. It makes me see Manchester United no more.
I understand your point, Black Man, but literally looking at the situation we found ourselves for the past few years, we've not been big boy. We still tag ourselves as a big boy, you know. But literally, with the players we're having in United right now, how many of them can come out categorically and stand like they are big players? They see themselves as big players, but on the pitch of play, what did they give us? Nothing. Bro, they gave us absolute nothing. If United were still United, the likes of Garnacho, the likes of Kobbie Mainoo, they are not meant to be starting for United.
It's true. I agree with that fully.
Bro, they
should be integrated into the team.
They need to learn from the senior players. They need to learn from the experienced players. But how many of these experienced players have we got for the team? Apart from Casemiro, that we've written Casemiro off before he came back from death.
But he's been good for us, though. Instrumental even in the progression through this competition.
Definitely. Joe, definitely. But at the final, what happened? Even the captain himself, he was nowhere to be found in the final. And that's where you need to
be funny.
That's what, yeah.
Casemiro was doing a lot. Didn't you see Casemiro lose his absolute mind with the goalkeeper, with Onana? Yeah, because he was doing too much. Casemiro had to do a lot of work because a lot of other guys weren't doing their job.
Joe, that's the problem we are having. We've been relying on a one or two player in every season we play, which is not good for a big team like Manchester United. You need the so-called 5 or 6 player in the level starting lineup, but we have only 1 or 2. If the game goes worse, there's no one to stand on their feet and probably back the other players or even shout on them because they are down the drain already as well. I can't imagine Garnacho. For me, Garnacho is done with Manchester United. Catching on him and let's go.
Hold on. Is he done with Manchester United or are you done with him?
I'm done with him. It should go. He's a superstar in his own, but attitude-wise, we don't need that in Manchester United. Every team should be a squad player. If it was in Manchester City, the time of folding, if it was in Manchester City, what will he have done?
He would have been game time. He would have been rotated.
He would have been rotated, but
he would have had time to develop better. He had time to develop better, bro.
Joe, if he doesn't have the playing time in Manchester City with the squad of players they have, Foden was so calm whenever he get called on, he showed himself, innit? And that's what we need in the team. We don't need an attitude player that if you don't play.
But that's a development plan. This is what I'm saying. Manchester United are breeding players that have been selfish, not selfish, but their entitlement has gotten their head. Yeah, because they've been used so much, though. The reason why Rashford thinks he's a superstar, the reason why Garnacho think they're a superstar, because they're touching us every single week. Look, Manchester City, they bought £100 million player, and where's he play? On the bench half the time.
On the bench, because it's not lifted up to the standard, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. So Manchester United do this thing where we over rely on these players, and then when they get these overly inflated egos, when they are shocked that they're dropped, we're shocked that they're talking up. Bro, they've been developed in the wrong way. Hopefully, now that we're getting this influx of younger players, they'll be developed and integrated into the team the right way. So their heads don't get too big for themselves before they've even scored 100 goals yet.
So everything still go back to the structure of the team, you know. The structure, the board, the owner of the team, every one of them are as in they are fraud. Now we are going on the Ineos, which I understand, but at the starting there's a lot that has gone wrong in that Manchester United that needs to be corrected before us getting as in shooting the whole of Ineos and also. They came in with a plan, it's not working yet, which I understand, but the club is rotten. It can be made within 1 or 2 seasons.
Why they're firing staff left, right, and centre that's got nothing to do with the football, though?
Bro, because everything is...
They're cutting, bro. That money that they're saving is nothing compared if they fired 3 players.
Joe,
they would have saved all that money.
Joe, we are not in there, but for me, from where we see outside, Manchester United is too bloated for that matter. That's why we have starting lineup leaking every week in, week out. They need to start from somewhere, bro. They need to start from somewhere. It might not happen this season, it might not happen next season, but literally we need the proper structure and we need the kind of, as in a strict structure in Manchester United. It's frustrating, bro. It's fucking frustrating.
I get it. But at the same time, bro, I feel like you're you're taking it easy on the higher ups as well. You're saying that they're giving plans. I mean, the plans not had time to work yet and whatever else, fam. But
Joe,
they
I'm
ain't
saying,
the room either. There's one thing. There's one thing, yeah, to say
yeah,
that give it time to work. But it's one
yeah,
thing to also say to, can you not at least read the room? There's one you can make cuts. You're trying to make money for this
yeah,
club,
yeah,
yeah, and making little cuts. And this is the thing: you're cutting out hard-working people, the
sure,
people that are working hard behind the scenes to keep Manchester United's club together. You know,
sure.
the people that are unappreciated, the ones that hard-working people like me and you, fam, that's not earning big dough.
Oh,
They're not earning big dough.
I
There are
understand.
people around Manchester
Let,
who come
let's
to
look
the
at it.
club
Let,
and they love the
let's
club
see
and
it.
they've been working there for years. And
You're
then
right,
you're
Joe.
with your big boy, big billionaire spending big dick energy, walking through, swinging around,
Yeah,
knocking people over and firing people because why? You're trying to save money. Fire
Joe.
somebody. Fire another one of your incompetent staff members that you said was best in class, because their pay raise, their pay package is probably all of what the staff that you just fired.
Yeah, definitely, you're right. But literally, if you're saying that, we have the Glazers before they came in it. We had the Glazers, but can you tell me, comparing them with the Glazers, is there any difference in them? Like during the Glazers, do you have anything like structure? That's where everything went wrong, bro. There's no structure from there. So when they came in, it's worse than what they expect. They will make mistake as well, which
I'm sorry, hold on. I'm gonna have to stop you there before Wadger starts hearing you talk, yeah, because he will come in here and tell you that's nonsense, yeah. But I don't want to get into all that politics about what they should have known before they came here, because they should have seen the books before they came here, bro. You're allowed to. You're buying a club. It's not little boy money you're talking about here. But I'll bring you back. You can stick around. I might have a little discussion at the end. We'll see. Yo, Abs, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the.
Hey man, hey, you know what? Sorry, I logged into this late, so I might have missed whoever's speaking at the beginning. I just caught some people, and after that conversation, I've actually forgotten the heat I had to come on the pitch. But sorry, etc. said something that cracked me up, right? Because he said, "Oh, tough luck. Managers don't always get who they want." And I sat there and I thought, interesting, because Pep got exactly who he want. Pep spent 150 million on right backs. Alone. Pep bought one goalkeeper. Second season, got rid of that goalkeeper, got another one.
He's been allowed to be frivolous with money. He's been allowed to be frivolous over there, to be fair.
Right. And then you look at the other candidate, Klopp. The team that Klopp had when he lost the Europa League final was not the team that Klopp had the next season. So he got to get his players. Or he got to get players in the profile that he wanted. Because yes, he wanted I think he wanted that young German player, and they gave him Mane instead. Is it Gotze?
That worked out just fine, didn't it? So
exactly. So they had Edwards guy who was doing it. He said, "Oh, we can't get him too expensive, but we can get this version," and then he went with it. So I'm confused. Like, did we watch these? Is history being rewritten again? Revisionism, which I said is a cancer in this fan base, is happening again. Because those are the two managers that have dominated the Prem in the last 10 years. They got who they wanted. When Coutinho got sold, did the club not get a new goalkeeper and the best centre back in the world at the time?
But here's the thing, though. Are you confident that with where we are, how much money they say that we have to spend, and the type of thing, the way that they've been moving, so proof in the pudding, and you can only go from what we've seen. Yeah, Ineos has had one transfer window already. Yeah, and this one now, or is it two transfer windows they had? Is it two transfer windows they've had, or just one?
Or what for Ineos?
Summer, yeah.
Yeah, so they had summer, and to be fair on the summer, like summer wasn't that bad. Summer window wasn't that bad.
I was going to say that I said that summer was good. I'm not going to lie. If I said summer was bad now, I'd be lying. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no problem with that, because I would say Euro. Look, I don't know who was behind the decisions. The late Euro, Mazzarri, pretty good. Ugarte is useful. I think they did. Xerxes, I'm just gonna be nice and not say anything about him. Right, and the only reason I'm saying I'm being nice is because I never understood buying Xerxes. If you buy a striker that scored less goals than a striker people that already don't like, I have a problem with that, because what was the plan? exactly.
I know what the plan was, though. Can I be honest? I know exactly what the plan was. And you might call me crazy or you're stupid, Joe. You know, a lot of people call me stupid anyway in the comments. But what I'm going to say is, bro, he was brought to facilitate the wingers. He was going to have Rashford on one side, Anthony on the other side, and him in the middle.
Yeah, but that's what I thought as well. I did
wanted.
think that as well, by the way. I did think that. But Anthony's never been a goal scoring winger, so that's a weird
wanted
pattern.
to do.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Even that doesn't make it made sense for Rashford only, right? Because obviously
you know Rashford, and you know how much the previous manager loved Rashford.
Yeah,
so
it kind of made sense for Rashford because last time Rashford had a striker that could bring him in, obviously that was Martial. He had his best season, one of his best seasons. So okay, fine, I get that one, but the other side didn't work for me. Although then again, maybe you thought Green would be all right. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to that. So I was a bit like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
So you can see what he was brought forward, and let's just say that. Don't worry about
it. But I don't really know if it's working. Anyway, for the future, I think I like him that some people are saying either sack him now or give him the whole season. I like that mindset. That's good.
I'm
just gonna say that yes, clubs are in constant rebuilds, but our one is bigger. Our rebuild is bigger than theirs. And why is our rebuild bigger? Because look at the position we're in. We've been papering over the cracks for years. For years, we've been papering over the cracks. So this is a bigger rebuild. It's taking too long. It's already 2 billion in, and it's not doing what we want it to do. So, as I said, strap in, boys. Strap in. We're here now.
Well, okay, then let me ask you this then, because I know that you've been very reasonable with your thoughts with this manager. You know, you've always told us that you were scared for him in the first place before he came in because you know that these players are too stupid to play his formation. Yeah. So you was always worried about his future at this club. Yeah. But let me ask you this then, Abs, it's for next season, because I've been questioning. And I know I'm also saying that you might as well give him the whole next season, though, to see where he finishes or whatever in it. Yeah. But for me, there's going to be a point, though, if he touches 17th again. I'm not talking about days as well.
I'm going to do my judgment in two parts, right? It's the initial part of getting to December. Where are we in December, right? Are we in the top half of the table? Are we close to getting my target is top 6, right? I do want to push it to top 4, but I will decide that in December. If December is, I'm looking at it and going, well, look at the results, look at the gameplay, look at the players, how they're reacting. Actually, you know what? I'm putting my target to top 4 rather than yeah, I don't know why he's taking that. I don't know what, you know what? Let's focus. Let's refocus. Yeah. So let's refocus. So if it's going well by December, I might actually put my target. I'm gonna say top 4. Right?
No, don't
that's
change.
my first stage.
Yeah. Because you know what? Let's not move the goalposts, innit? Yeah. Because I hear you saying that, you know, I want to see top 6 performance by December. Yeah. And if we are not in top 6, I'm not going to be so crazy. Oh, sack him. If he's just a little bit off top 6, you know, and you know, by like 3 points, 2 points, or whatever, I'm not going to be like, I said.
That's my thinking about waiting to December, right? Here's the thing. I'm already a little bit more positive because I know we're fixing something. We're trying to fix something that is been a big issue for us for the last 3 seasons. That's goal scoring, right? Cunha's got 15 goals. Delap has got 12 goals or something like that. If both of them can get 15 goals, I did this thing when I was talking to my friend yesterday. If both of them can get 15 goals each, that's 30 goals. If you look at our table, if you put 30 goals to the 40-something goals we scored, it puts us higher than everyone else. It puts us within the 70 region for goals for the season. Go look at the table. How many people are there? Our defense is about 1 game left. We've conceded four goals less than last season. So if we have a good result against Villa, technically not the most, obviously, we've improved on that a little bit. Now, if we can improve our front end, in my mind, I'm looking at it going, he can do well there. He should be able to do well there. 1 game a week, that's proper training sessions. Because the 2-game thing has been killing us. Everyone's got to realize when you play 1 game, the next day is off. The day after that, the training that is not meant to be 100%. It's meant to be like a little bit less, 60%, something like that. Then you get 1 day to train properly. Then it's a match. Then it's another break. Do you know what I mean? That's what he's been doing since he got here. It hasn't been enough time. So let's see what happens preseason. Let's see what happens with his signings, the ones that we know so far. Let's see where they are in December. First point to check up. If they are even if they're 11th, but they're 6 points away from being in the top 4, I'm going to be okay with that because I'll be like, okay, reasonably, he should be able to pick up for me. And then let's see where we are in the season. That's it. If it goes catastrophic wrong, you know me, I'm not waiting for anyone. I will come here and go, yeah, go.
Great.
I'm happy with that, which is why I'm not arguing with people that say want him out. I get it. I understand. You're probably thinking I'm crazy for having this logic, but
I agree with exactly what you said. I am more happy with people coming in there now saying either sack him now or give him the whole season. Because for that, at least that makes sense to me. Because there's no point going into next season and then just looking to fire him halfway through again. It's crazy.
The thing is, even if you sack him now, wherever the new manager is going to come, it's going to be exactly the same thing we're asking you to give Amorim. It's going to be exactly the same process we're asking you to give Amorim. Except for the fact we're going to have to pay off Amorim, or maybe don't pay him off, comes to what he said. Then we have to pay for the new manager. That's the only difference, right? It's going to be the same process.
Just keep him till the end of the season, 100%. But don't go anywhere because you know some people are going to want to talk to you, bro, as usual. And
I'm here, man. I'm here.
Shout out to Stretford's Post, bro, saying that this guy is the truth. Hey, well, Stretford Post, you could always have this guy on your show. Shout out to Abs. He does have his own channel. Yeah, he is part of a syndicate.
Yeah, man, invite me, bro. I can either do chaos or sensible talks. It's up to you.
Yeah, he's got this, man. Well, pay now. There you go. End-to-end football podcast, guys. Go check him out. Still, oh my god, what is going on here? Oh my god, Red Devils Down Under with the gifted memberships. He's just gifted 10 memberships. If you got, let me see if I can see who got those memberships. Can I see who got those memberships? Ooh, yes, I can see who got those memberships. EA got a membership. Elvis, a Liverpool fan, got a membership. Larry got a membership. Etienne got a membership. Tristan got a membership. Davin got a membership. Pravesh got a membership. Kano got a membership. Base the kid got a membership. Welcome to the club, bro. Listen, guys, if you got, make sure you say thank you, innit? It's only polite. The guy was nice enough to spend his hard-earned money just giving away memberships. Please, can you guys thank the man? Thank the man. Have some manners. But anyway, let me go to the next caller. Thank you again, by the way, Red Devils Down Under, because not only you giving out memberships to them, but you're definitely helping out the channel as always. As always, big up yourself, man. Let's bring in the next caller. Wow. Now I understand why KG has to have this timer, you know. Like you start the show, not much people's here, and then all of a sudden people just keep turning up. Jeez, nobody wants you to just end the show. All right, let's go to the next caller. Tish Wagwan.
Yo, Joe, what's happening?
Whoa, bro, your voice is so loud right now.
How's it now? Is it better?
Yeah, that's better. What's
happening?
I didn't even need to give you a bomb, bro. You exploded my air holes.
Oh, good. Yeah, man. Listen, man. I also got in midway, and I've been listening to some of the takes and stuff, and I'm like, you know, sometimes, man, unnecessary stress is not good for your heart, bro. It's not good for your heart. We know Amorim is going to be here next season. We know that it's happening, right? There's no point in going on. We know that. But just earlier today, I was reading an interview, the very first interview that Sir Jim did after he bought the club, right? And he was talking about how, you know, you've got teams like City, Liverpool, they've got a defined style of play. And, you know, what we want to do is get the club there. And what he said, quote, right? He said, we'll decide that style, plus the CEO, sporting director, probably the recruitment guys, what the style of football is. And that will be Manchester United style of play. and the coach will have to play that style, right? And then after that, he said, we are not going to oscillate from a Mourinho style to a Guardiola style to a whatever. Once we've decided the style, this is the style, right? So I say that to say,
sorry. 1 second. Sorry to interrupt your mid-flow. Yeah, please hold that thought. Yeah, I just have to 1 second because I haven't even started your timer. There's your timer. But at the other, Yo-Yo's been telling me to do this for a little while, and I have not been listening. He told me to end the poll. So let me just see where the poll is on first. Would you sell Kobbie Mainoo before you sack Amorim? 60% of you have said no. So 40% of you would sell Kobbie before you sack Amorim. Well, all I'm saying is a bit of a compromise. We could just loan him in it. We could just loan him. I'm ending the poll now. 60% of you have said no, though. So let's see. 153 votes. That's most of the people in here, to be fair. All right, bro. Let's get back to the conversation at hand. Do you remember exactly what you were saying?
Yeah. So they're saying that they're going to set up the style and the coach will have to play the style, right? Ruben's the first guy that they got. So it's reasonable to expect that, okay, cool, they think that Ruben's playing the style that they want to play, right? What that means is probably get used to a back three at the club. Probably get used to it. Even if Ruben goes, for whatever reason, I want him to have the whole next season as well, right? But even if he goes, right, if they've said that this is our style and this is how we're recruiting, the players that they're getting is for Manchester United, right? Not for Ruben Amorim. And if they fire Ruben, they're gonna get a club, right? I mean, a manager who can still work with that and who loosely fits in within the style, right? So the whole argument for me of we can't trust this guy with any money, we can't back him. That's a nonsense argument. We're not buying for Ruben, we're buying for the club, right? And then if you do that, and if whatever happens, right, if we do have to sack Ruben for whatever the case is, we're not starting from the same place as where Ruben started when he was taking over a squad from Ten Hag, right? Because you'd have to think that we've gotten rid of some guys who we think don't fit within Manchester United's new ethos. We've done that work already. We don't have to do the work again. So we're starting off from a higher base, and hopefully this comes after a window where we've made some common sense decisions and we're better placed, right? But all of this depends on Ineos. So I'm just saying that. But
but here's the thing, though. This is one thing. All this taking the control out of the manager's hands and stuff like that. I understand it to a point, right? But you do kind of buy for the manager, regardless if it's we are buying for Manchester United. But guess what? The manager wants Gyökeres. Yeah.
I think it's reasonable though.
We're buying Liam Delap. Yeah, as Manchester United, the club, they're the ones that want Liam Delap like that, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna say like I know this for fact, but for me, the Gyökeres signing would be the Amorim signing. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah, the one that he wants specifically, his first choice. Do you get what I mean? And I think these kind of things do need to be adhered to when you're a manager, because you can say, don't get me wrong, a manager can never always get exactly what he wants. You know what I mean? Yeah, but at the same time, you have to get the player that's tailor made to what he needs, or then you're just buying players for no reason. Then do you get what I'm saying? So that you are always buying some player for the manager at some point.
But the manager also says this is a profile of player I want, right? And they always have their targets. They've got their first target. They've got their target if we won and we're in the Champions League because of budget. They've got their target if we're in the Europa League because this is our budget and whatever. But they agree on the profile, right? And yes, even if you're buying for the club, right? Say you're buying 4 guys. I think it's okay to give the manager one of these guys and you say the rest of these 3 are for the club, right? I don't think it's unreasonable like that. I think just as long as it's not some left field guy who doesn't fit anywhere into what we're trying to do. So I think you'll back him as much as you can. And I said it last time I called in. I said, look, the final was Ruben Amorim's game to decide his transfer budget. He lost it. His budget is worse. So now it might be harder to get Gyökeres. You might have to deal with a Delap. That's on him. That's on him, right? But still, let him work. Let him work.
Right, bro. Hey, good call, man. Good call, Tish. I hear what you say still. And don't go anywhere. I might have a group discussion. Actually, the way this time is going and the way more people pulling up, I don't know if I'm going to have a group discussion still. But York's already spoken to you. The great one has pulled up. The great one has arrived. What's going on, bro?
Yo, bro. Big up, Joe. Can you hear me?
You, man. Long time no speak to you, fam. How you doing? I think the last time I spoke, you said something about someone being shit. Wasn't it Kobbie?
Nah, bro. Nah. You're doing me
It
dirty. You're
is.
doing
It's
me
not like
dirty.
that, right?
I say
Yeah, remind
Dango's
me so I
better,
don't
but
get
I
you
never
wrong.
say this shit. You get me?
Okay, go on then.
Okay, listen, Joe. I want you to walk with me. Like, there's something I noticed. Like after we lost the game, are you seeing like the Tenag inners? How right now they're all Tenag Amram out. You get me? I was among the Tenag outers. I was among the guys who were toxic, who were like, get this bold fraud, get this guy. I don't want to cuss, but I was among. You get me? I was in that the Pavs. You get me, Charles? I was there. I was there. I was like cussing out Mark and look at these guys, bro. You get me?
Yo,
Uh,
where's my money? I don't want
and
to hear
then
all
I
this
would
talk
text,
on the mains.
and
Where's my two
and
hundred
then let
pounds?
me cook first, bro.
No,
You
no,
get me?
fuck the cooking. Fuck the
Listen.
cooking.
Check this
Nah, the
guy
guy,
out, bro. Check this guy
you
out,
know,
bro.
NN is going around like a debt collector right now. You know, NN is moving like
Bro,
a
I
debt
told
collector right
what's
now,
right.
bro.
I told NN in
Everybody
Boats'
on
chat
site,
yesterday
fam.
that
Yeah?
I want to contact him. I told him in Boats' chat. Did he not see the message?
I wasn't in Box's chat yesterday, or was I? I don't even know. But what I'm trying to say is, NN,
Look at Costa, bro. Look
you
at Costa, this
from the main
pussy,
trying to
bro.
tap people for your peace, fam. What is this debt collecting? Your this.
Bro,
Where,
I told him in Boats' chat. He saw the message. I said I want to contact him. This guy, bro. Allow me,
we'll
fam.
talk about NN in a minute because he wants money from me. He wants money from KG. And now I didn't even know you owe him money as well, bro. Everybody's looking for that money, bro. NN's walking around with a baseball bat in his hand. It's like, where's my money from? Yeah, have you seen the episode?
Nah,
Guy,
bro. Listen, I know if I
where's my
don't pay
money?
up.
Where's my
I know
money?
if I don't
You
pay.
see?
No, I'm going to pay, bro. I'm going to pay. That's calm,
I
fam.
don't worry about him. Go on, I'll give you a minute back. Go on.
Did he see? He said that Queen owns him £400. Nah, still work, fam. Now, okay, listen. Okay, listen. Back
Don't
to my
start
point.
saying it. Yeah,
Back to my point.
back to the hand.
Every match we've had, at some point does something right.
Hold on. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Your headphones gone somewhere else, bro.
Wait, you can't hear me?
Mouth. Now I can hear you.
Okay,
It's like
okay.
the headphone moved or something. I couldn't hear you, but I can
Okay,
hear
I
you now.
was saying every manager we've had at some point does something nasty, and we're like, get this guy out of the club, bro. You get me? Now, I want to work with you. I won't start with Louis Van Gaal. Van Gaal, this guy is talking about the philosophy. What the fuck is wrong with this dinosaur, bro? Get this guy out of my club. I'm sleeping, bro. This is the worst manager ever, bro. I miss. We're sixth, bro. We're sixth. Get this guy out of the club, bro. Jose Mourinho comes in. Jose Mourinho, nah, bro, this is back the back. Bro, he wants to sell Martial and Pogba. He wants to sell Luke Shaw. Get this guy out, bro. Get the fuck out of my club, bro. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ole the Wally, bro. This guy is a PE teacher. He can't win trophies. He says trophies do this and that. We're second in the league, by the way. Get this Ole the Wally out of my club, bro. Get this guy out, bro. Ralph Ragnick, wreck it, Ralph, bro. This guy knows nothing about football, bro. This guy's never been a manager. Get the fuck off my club.
I don't think people reacted that way with Ralph, though.
Okay, to
Ralph,
be fair,
people said,
okay.
Ralph out of this, bro. A
To
lot
be
of people
fair, those were the rivals. Those were the
like
rivals.
everything Ralph is saying. He spoke so well. Hey, anyway, Ralph, leave him out of it. But
Okay,
go on.
well, those were the rivals. We go to Ten Hag. We love him in the first season. Second season, get this bold fraud out of the club, bro. The reason Man United is in failure is because of Eric Ten Hag, bro. Get this bold fraud out of the club. Now we have reached Ruben Amorim. Nah, bro, it's all because bro, this guy was not. We're ranting. I remember us ranting in October. This guy came in November, and we were ranting in October. You get me? We were ranting about nah, Ten Hag, bro. Bro, Joe. I know you want Ten Hag. I know you want it. I remember the stream, bro. I remember the stream after the West Ham game. It broke. It was your stream. Marken was still, yeah, bro, back Ten Hag, bro, back. And then it broke. Breaking news. Ten Hag has been sacked. Joe, I remember you playing the he's gone, bro. Shut up. He's gone. Come on. You were celebrating it. No. At the point, Let me land. At the point, we were celebrating a terrorist going. We thought he's the reason of the failure, and I was among. And I'm here to say I was wrong. I've been wrong about Oli, wrong about Mourinho, wrong about Van Gaal, and wrong about Ten Hag. Because even when Amorim goes, like yesterday in Boats' chat, the Braves was telling me, let's bring in Xavi. And I asked him, why do you think Pav is going to abuse Xavi after 1 year? He's going to get this dwarf out my club, bro. This guy, bro, Xavi was carried by Busquets. Xavi was not even a Spanish. Get this guy out my club, bro. This Spanish guy, bro. It's going to continue. Bring in Xavi, bring in Simeone Inzaghi, nothing is going to change, bro. You get me? So all the guys saying Amorim out, the reason Man United is 16th because of Amorim. He was not here this time last year. This time last year we're 8th. He was not here. And if you remember, we were 8th thanks to McTominay. McTominay saved us so many times. Without McTominay's goals, we're probably 13th, 15th.
True.
So my point is, you may say it's all because of Amorim. Was he here in October when we were ranting about Ten Hag? Why is he not playing Ahmad? Why is he not doing this? Amorim was chilling, unbeaten at the time. But who would have known that 6 months later we are blaming Man United's downfall on Amorim? Which manager? Let me give you an example right now. There's a manager right now who's chilling, who within 7 months we shall be blaming for the downfall of United. Right now, it could be Simon Inzaghi. It could be one of the managers in the Champions League final, like the Inter. He's chilling right now in the Champions League final. But within 8 months, you will see people like Pava just get this guy out, bro. We are 10th because of this guy, bro. This guy is a fraud, bro. But right now he's chilling. Right now he's in the Champions League final. That's the point I'm trying to make. Xavi right now is chilling. If Xavi comes, people are going to rewrite history. I remember with Ole, people were like, "Is Ole a legend? Is Ole a legend?" You do remember the debate? Ole was a legend, but people started debating, saying that he scored the tap.
Great one. Your time is up, yeah. But let me just ask you this question, yeah. What do we do then? What do you do? Not what we do, because you can't make up our minds for us, and we can't even make a decision on anything. But what, in your opinion, what would you do right now? Is it a matter of getting rid of like half the team? Would you let him get rid of Kobbie Mainoo, Garnacho? Do you give him that free
You see the
rein?
Kobbie Mainoo question you're asking? You see I saw the poll.
Give him one season out.
You see the Kobbie Mainoo question. You see that question. Should we get? Isn't that Martial and Pogba again? We chose Martial and Pogba over Mourinho. We are doing it again right now.
I feel it's too early. No. There's a difference between Martial and Pogba, right? They were brought in. They had years and years. Yeah, they had years. Yeah, and
at the time Martial was on form. They were on form at the time when you wanted to get rid of them. They were on form.
What I'm trying to say is, with those ones, I think at the time as well, I think as a fan base, we had been so used to the players more than the managers, because obviously our great manager had left. Yeah. So at the time, we had no belief in these managers that have come in. And plus these guys have been slapping post coming into clubs after being on the decline, if it were, you know what I mean? We were getting managers on the decline. Every time we got a manager, it was on the decline. So now we're getting with the fresh managers on the rise, and we're still cussing them out. So
listen, I've seen wrap-ups comments saying that Amorim has made everything worse, bro. You lot forget how bad it was under Ten Hag. But I want to ask you, I want to go back to the thing about Kobbie Mainoo. If the new manager, let's say we choose Kobbie Mainoo over Amorim, right? The new manager comes in and is like, nah, I don't fancy Ahmad, bro. I don't fancy this guy, bro. Are we going to tell the new manager, no, bro, you're not selling Ahmad? Sack him too. New manager comes in, I don't fancy Lenny Euro. I don't fancy Lenny Euro.
As the owner of a club, yeah? All right, say we do sack Amorim, yeah? And this is going to be a very quick one because I need to get other people in, yeah? But look, if you're going to sack Amorim, or just forget it, or we just brought Amorim in this season, yeah? Brand new manager, shiny new toy, yeah? And he goes, okay, he doesn't like Ahmad, or he doesn't like Kobbie, or he doesn't like whoever, yeah? Or he doesn't even like Lenny Euro, like he just bought, yeah? Are you going to let him sell him, though? No, you don't. If he's not going to use that player, yeah, like someone like Lenny Euro, who you obviously believed in because you stole him off Real Madrid, right? I had to pay big piece to get him. As an owner, you're not just going to give him that free reign to get rid of that player, would you? At the end of the day, if he's not going to play him, I would say, one, try and use him first. If it comes to January, if he's not using him, I'm sending that player out on loan just to see that if the manager can do what he wants with the team. And then if he's still doing shit by the end of the season, you're gone, bring my player back, because I'm not letting you make those decisions on players that I have invested future into. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm invested into their future already. And as the owner, you can't just be that trusted in a manager that you have no belief in yet. Do you get what I'm saying?
I've been here before. That's the thing. I've been here before with Luke Shaw. Mourinho wanted to get rid of Luke Shaw, Martial. We all supported.
I would have sold him.
Think about it. We all supported. No. But first deep it, Joe. We chose Luke Shaw over Mourinho. Deep it. We chose Luke Shaw over Mourinho.
It was more Pogba. It wasn't a Luke Shaw.
It was all three. It was Shaw, Rashford, Martial. It was all of them. It was all of them.
It was a Pogba Martial thing for me. I had no. Luke Shaw can go about his business, fam.
No. At that time, we like Shaw. Don't rewrite history. At that time, we like Shaw. We like
Saying
Shaw.
you and who, fam? You and who, blood? Because it wasn't me, fam. But anyway, you could go on about your business too, great one. Because no way, you ain't lumping me about no Luke Shaw business. I was never fighting the corner for Luke Shaw for any reason whatsoever. Yeah, but let me go to the next caller. It says my name is Ashu, member. Ashu, member.
Yeah, hello, Joe. I'm sorry. Do you think people have been calling me out for being racist? No, man. I was just fucking.
No, bro. You must know this community by now. Once
I
you
know.
made your debut, you made your debut on a mad one, and everybody was just like, all right, we're gonna stick with that now. That's it. That's what this fan base is. Communities.
That's
Yes.
true. That's true.
Have you heard the conversation? Have you been hearing the conversation?
I've been hearing the conversation, man. And this thing about Garnacho, that coming out after a game and going on a fury about that he hasn't played the game. It was a Premier League game that we were playing. We weren't playing a team in Europe. It was destined to lose. Like, we have been losing games in Premier League left, right, and center. And I remember Rashford losing in 21 final, and he came out and he said that we're going to back the manager. We're going to win next year. That's what's the difference between Rashford and Garnacho has been. But we have left Rashford out. But this guy's still here. He thinks he's some big shot. Over what? He has played 2 or 3 good seasons, and he is trying to be the main man for this team. No, he's not.
Bro, who's made him the main man for the team? This is what you have to realize as well. Yeah? Who has made him the main man, though? He didn't make himself the main man, did he?
No,
and don't you think that is part of the reason why their heads are so effed up in the first place? Because we bring in a player from the youth. Remember, one of our players that's been with us for years, he's actually classed as a homegrown talent, even though he's Argentinian. He's classed as a homegrown talent because he's been with us for so long, right? And from such a young age. Now, with that being said, bro, Garnacho has been thrust. Imagine this. I'm coming up as a youngster, bro. I'm Manchester United young starlet. I get thrown into the Manchester United first team. I think I'm a bad man. Not only that, yeah, I'm not getting dropped every single week. You guys are picking me.
Yeah.
Am I not the fucking man? I am the man. I am the guy, bro. Talk to me nice. I play for Manchester United left wing, week in, week out. If I'm dropped, it's shocking. People are calling my name. I've got a song. Bro, the guy was overdeveloped too quickly. They should have had somebody to rotate with. And if he was Rashford's understudy, maybe you could have.
Maybe.
But it wasn't. He was thrusted onto the left because we had nobody on the right. Sorry. So you're thrusted onto the right. We even moved Rashford for him sometimes. He's been treated like a superstar. So how do you expect him to act? And I'm going to restart your minutes. I just spoke a lot. But
no, that's cool, man. But I'm saying that's completely fine. He can go. Like, we can lose players. We have lost players left, right, and center, good players who have come into the club and not dealt with. He can go. We can get someone else in from the youth, or probably buy someone out, because this is not going to work. We don't have any kind of physicality in midfield. That's what I was saying yesterday. We don't have any, we don't win headers. Have you seen us winning headers on other half of the pitch? We don't. None of our midfielders are capable of running, getting a ball and carrying through, beating a player, getting a pass, or just running 10 yards ahead. We're going to struggle next season too. Keeping Amorim or anything, the major problem is always the Glazer and the other regime that has came in. Now they have put down a drawing board, stripped everything out, firing people left, right, and center, and they think that is going to get stable very quickly in remote spaces. I really don't think so. We can keep Amorim, but it's going to be the similar fate that Ten Hag faced. In 6 months' time or in 10 games' time, we're going to lose 5 of them or 6 of them. The fan base will call for their heads, and this particular whole establishment will just flip and sack him.
So what's the right thing to do? Let me ask you, in your opinion, what's the right thing to do?
The right thing to do is they need to come out of before this transfer window and sit down with the manager and media and take questions and tell what they are going to do, how they're going to improve. And if they have given the contract, they need to make sure that this guy stays till the last of the project, at least a year or at least 2 years, because it's not going to work.
What are you doing? Ashu, what are you doing? What would you do? You've got control of the club right now from what you've seen the whole season, yeah?
Yeah.
Blazers. You're not Glazers, so you're Ineos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're one of the people that make the decisions right now about the manager's future and about how we spend our money in the summer. What are you doing with the manager from this year that you've seen with him? What are you doing?
There's no proof in the pudding that he might deliver, but because who we gonna get? We have went through the whole lot of it, so we have to keep him. If we are keeping him, if we keep him, we back him in the summer with the players that are proper, like a right wing back, a left wing back, a better central midfielder. We probably can get higher up the table. But sacking him either instantly is the right option, or after we go into the season with buying players, sacking mid-season is not, and it's going to happen again. And that is what I'm very furious about, and that's what I said yesterday. Take this man out because he looks lost, bro. Like he looks lost. Him and Bruno yesterday came out and said that if the club wants me to go, we can go. Like it looks like he's done. Like mentally, he's done.
So you say let him go now because he feels lost?
Yeah, I think he's broken. Like we have broken managers and players, bro. Like Bruno, for the captain to come out and say that this is like, if the club wants me to go, I can go for the money. I don't care about the money, but I can go. And this guy comes out and say that no compensation is needed, but I'll go on my own. That's shit.
They'll leave together hand in hand, bro. Their bromance is strong. Still, actually, big yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Good
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Yeah.
Let me read these super chats first before I go to the next caller because I have a few. Shane says, because of you, man, Spurs are running their mouths. I don't know if he's an Arsenal fan, but it sounds like an Arsenal fan that's pissed off at us for not getting the job done, and I can understand that, bro. Red Devils Down Under has said, excuse me, what did I say to you, Joe? Ange could do it, he did it. And Ange could do it, and he did. I swear on my kids, this is a good thing for us. Mark my words, this is gonna work out. What did I say to you, Joe? Ange could do it, and he did. I swear on my kids, this is a good thing for us. Mark my words, this is gonna work out. I hope and I pray, I swear down, it needs to. I think I'll be a broken. I don't know what I'll do with football next season if it's just the kind of season we have next season. I swear down, I'm gonna back Rich. I'll just like go on Rich, go on Palace. You might as well do something because we ain't doing shit. But I do believe if we get through this summer transfer window and the manager is backed, there's no point in firing him next season because then it will be the same situation all over again. And I'm not here for that. That's the truth. And as we all know, Red Devils Down Under gifted not 5 but 10 reckless memberships. If you got a membership, make sure you say thank you again. I already said that, but I'm saying it again because it's only polite. Now, V33 says, Ange Ball to Ange Wall to stop us. Ange Ball to Ange Wall to stop us. Heartbroken, bro. Heartbroken. You ain't the only one. Ange Ball to Ange Wall to stop us. Heartbroken. Oh, I get it. Because he played that because he like parked the bus at the end. Is that what you mean? I think I understand what you mean. I hope that's what you meant because that's why I understand it to be. Now, it's getting later and later. I don't want to get too. Peter hasn't spoken yet, so I'm gonna bring in Peter. Depends on how long Peter takes to talk. We'll see if we got a little bit of time to talk at the end. Hey! 1 second before you speak, though, Peter. Hey! MKW. No, I'm sorry, MWK, whatever. No, I just proved it. MKW. Hold on. I read 3 articles this morning. Very good. Yeah. Sometimes when people write things, I just don't understand what they're saying, bro. Allow me. Anyway, I will improve it. But anyway, talk to me, Peter. How are you doing? How are you feeling on this Friday? It's Friday
Bro,
day.
I'm still mourning, bro. Still mourning.
What are you
We
doing?
lost to Spurs, bro. We lost to Spurs, you know. I took a day off yesterday. I couldn't sleep. Took a day off at work. Today I came in, yeah.
Hold on.
The
'cause
bastards, yeah.
You both can talk at the same. Go on. I'll give you.
The bastards, yeah. The bastards at work. I came in, and they put the cockerel, bro, on my desktop background. On my computer, they put a cockerel, bro. I've been working here for one.
I'm glad you said the full length of the name of the bird as well, just for.
Yeah, of course. It would be suspect. It would be sus if I said the shortened term. They put a cockerel, yeah.
Bastards.
And
But if
bro.
it was my old workplace, you would have got that on your table as well.
Bro, and I'm a logistic manager, yeah. I work like 2 jobs. So I work as a scout and I work as a logistic manager. So I can fire them all today.
Young
I can lie.
Julius and that. Come on.
I
If you
can
know
lie to
about Everybody Hates Chris, young Julius working 2 jobs.
I can I can call my boss in the USA and tell him the biggest lie about everyone here and fire them, bro. What do you mean?
They might have
putting a cockerel
mortgages
on
to
my-
pay, bro. I know,
don't care.
Peter, but it's part
They need-
of the game. Now let's be real, yeah. I'm mad
No,
today.
I get it. It's a banter.
I'm mad. Like I'm more annoyed today than I was yesterday. And what's mad, is
yeah.
I've got to go home, and there is a parade happening near my house, which is gonna mess up my journey home.
Bro, I live with 6 Liverpool fans, bro.
You live in North,
6.
I'm in Enfield. I don't care. You can't find me. I'm in Enfield. So I live near Tottenham. I live near Tottenham. I'm currently in central London and have to drive almost through Tottenham. The roads are mash up. London, 20 mile an hour as it is, mad traffic, and then there's some stupid parade.
You need to do a drive-by, bro. You need to do a drive-by.
I know, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing no drive-bys.
Nah,
No drive-bys.
joking.
But it's mad. I'm annoyed today, man. It was realization that we're far away from where we want to be. Because my brethren who's a Tottenham fan spoke to me yesterday, is that this is big for us winning the Europa League. And I was like, as much as I wanted to win the Europa League, it's not going to be like that. Like winning the Europa League yesterday, Wednesday, wouldn't have been life-changing. We know as United fans, Premier League, Champions League, that's what we want. And the realization that we are far away from winning a Prem or a Champions League, that this was way worse than like I've seen us lose finals before. I've seen a Barcelona one, the 2 Barcelona finals. I remember the Villarreal one. This one feels way worse.
I remember, bro. I remember everything. But you know, for me,
why we weren't in this.
For me, I didn't care about the trophy, bro. All I cared was the money. I didn't care about the trophy.
And the fact that your backside's gonna be burning when you have that hot chip as well.
Bro, I'm used to it. I'm used to eating hot food, so I love hot food. That's what I said.
I know, but bro, there's hot food and then there's a hot chip.
But also, I spoke with Lil Yo-Yo. Yeah, someone need to ship it to me, bro. Like, I'll pay everything. I'll pay the shipment.
Is it banned in your country?
Nah, it's not banned. I'm not marking. I'm not lying. It's not banned.
Yeah, no. Peter, we trust you. You're cool.
But I can't order it from other countries, so they're not shipping to my country.
So no, that's fine. We can sort that out.
I'll pay everything. I'll pay everything.
We got within the community managed to get John Morgan the chip, so that can be arranged.
From England to South Africa, we can get one within the bounds of Europe. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
that can get sorted out.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I live with 6 Liverpool fans. Yeah, I entered my room Wednesday, 6 p.m. So I waited for the game. I left my room today. I didn't leave my room. I only went out midnight when everyone was asleep to take a piss and come back to my room. I was so embarrassed.
You're not be at your skin.
You know, be at your skin, Regin. You go take a fresh. You know all a fresh.
All a fresh. You know all a fresh. I told them no all one fresh. How want to you?
Brother, and also about Kobbie.
I rank, boy. Sorry, go on.
Boy,
about Kobbie. Kobbie, bro. Kobbie is my favorite player, yeah, alongside Ahmad. But if bigger legends, bigger talents, bigger players left this club, so if he leaves, he leaves. It's but for me, the manager, has to do more. Like I'm Amorim in there, but if the club decides to let him off, the corner flag statement on X when there's a statement,
Hmm.
the corner flag. So if I see the corner flag, club statement, Ruben Amorim, I'll open the link, I'll read that he's been fired, and I'll just scroll down, bro, like nothing happened. I'm Amorim in, but if they fire him, I have no problem with that. Like, I understand the Amorim motives, yeah. I won't argue with anyone. Like, you have your, I mean, me and Abs are backing him because he's one of the only managers right now available who has actually turned a shit club into a very good club and stable club. That's the only thing that keeping me for being Amorim out. Oh, Amorim in, sorry. That's the only thing. Nothing more. Nothing more.
Guys,
Because
I'll
I've
tell you.
seen a club in turmoil turn into a 3-time champion. And he's the reason why they're champion. No one else. If it was that easy, they should have won the trophy years back and not wait 19 years until Amorim came in. If it was that easy. And also, I think we can still get Jokeres. Obrigado, Tax.
I don't know. The thing is, like, my thing with the reason why, like, if you want to get him gone, that's fine. If the club are saying this is not our guy, and they say, right, we're getting rid of him now, I don't think it's the right decision, personally, but I can understand it. But I don't want this, right, let's keep him for 10 games and then get rid of him. Makes no sense. Now, I know some people like to go, oh, but that previous manager was fired for this and whatnot. There are so many differences. Firstly, the previous manager never had success using his own system. He never had success using his own system. When you look, got beaten those first 2 games, changed up his system. We finished 3rd, but not playing his brand of football. Yes, we won the cup. And then when he tried to implement that system again, that's when we got called Donut FC, man them running through the middle. When we won the FA Cup, we didn't play that same way. Tried it again, didn't work.
Yeah.
So we need to give this guy time. Like, go on, Peter. Sorry.
If it wasn't for Joe Wilcox, if it wasn't for Joe Wilcox telling him change your system and telling him what to play against Man City, we wouldn't won the FA Cup.
So let me
If
ask
we
you
played the Amorim way, if we played the Ten Hag way, we wouldn't won the FA Cup. Joe Wilcox told him.
Hold on,
play.
bro. 1 second. You two before you go, because I've got to bring some other people in real quick because someone so it needs to pull up. Now let me just ask you two this question: how much time though? How much time are you giving him next? If he stays, are you giving him the whole of next season? Or if you're touching 17th, touching 17th, would you be upset with him again?
Bro, you can be the last team for the first round. We were first last season for the first game week because we played first. So we can be last because we play first.
I mean, though, you know what I mean, though.
No.
Game with the sisters.
My thing is I'm just giving him the whole season because, like, we're to the point where, like, if we sack him now, does it really fix everyone? I know people are going, look what Hansi Flick, because I know there was a lot of fans who wanted Hansi Flick at Man United, but Hansi Flick plays a brand of football that we couldn't play with our players. Like, let's be real.
That's the same with Amorim, bro.
I was about to say the same thing with Amorim done, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So the people who, and like someone said, Terzic, I checked, Dortmund ain't been doing good that season. It's not like Dortmund of old where they were coming. Like, people, I know that, like, the people just have ideas and stuff, but do you know what? This thing takes time. Like, we're low. 50 managers above us, and you're good at maths. Well done. Now, the thing is, those 50 managers, there's different scenarios. Like, Hansi Flick plays that. Okay, cool. All right, the scholars are here. No, but I'm saying, I need to read it. It's fine. People are entitled to their opinion. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, just give it time. We've got, like, how many years we've been here since we won a league? It's 12 now, isn't it?
12.
It's been 12 years. It's going to be most likely 15. Like, we need to drop. We need to knock this thing down, rebuild it. Yes, that probably means getting rid of the likes of Bruno. Yes, that means having a look at some of these academy players. Now, I personally would keep Kobbie, because if you look at what Kobbie's done this season, he's looked okay in periods, but he's not been fully fit for a long period of time. So part of the fact that it looks like he doesn't actually fit in the system is he's been in and out of the system because he's not been fully fit for an extended period of time where you say, right, this is your place in the team.
He's also,
I'd give it time.
He's also 20. He's also 20. So
He's
he can
young.
work on his physicality.
Him and Garnacho have been overplayed from they're overplayed for their age.
It's not their fault. Also, the Dortmund manager, Edin Terzic, they wanted him gone, the Dortmund fans, the season before they qualified for the Champions League final. They wanted him gone because he lost the league the last day. They played at
he
home,
bottled the league,
and they
innit?
lost the league.
I remember that day.
He lost the league
because they drew and Musiala scored the winning goal. Yeah. But anyway, Joe, you gotta bring some other people in. You said you've been there for, Joe be doing these marathon streams.
Bro, he needs to work on the time, bro.
Bro, I gave you guys extra time and you complaining about I need to work on the time. Shut the chat, rude. This guy gets extra time and then tells me I need to work on the time. You weren't complaining when you was talking though, was you? Yeah? Why didn't you say shut up? Anyway, let me bring in the God, there are ops here. There are ops here. There are ops in the building. One of the ops, I actually went on his show and told him to pull up. Now I wish I didn't. Now I wish I didn't. Oh God, who do I start with though? Because you know what I'm gonna do. And don't worry, I'm gonna bring you in as well. But I feel like I'm gonna get cooked by this person, Solomon, and actually, you know what, Solomon, you don't even deserve to be here first. Let me bring in the one and only George Durag Diaries. What's going on? Let me respect your thing. Let me make it T-screen. Nope, this is the wrong one, but I'll fix that in a second. Welcome to the show, bro.
Yes. What's good? What are you saying, people? As you know, a champion is in the building. And do you know what it is, yeah? I've been just needing to make sure that the introduction is correct. So I'm going to ask Joe to reintroduce me the correct way and address me as the champion that I am. So please, Joe, can we do this? Because I'm a champion right now, yeah? So I'm going to...
Shut up. I'll do it. You asked for it, but I'll do it. All right. Kiss my teeth. Guys, please welcome champions for the first time. These guys have just won a champion and it made his do-rag drop off. I've never seen this man here before in my life. But because he's won a championship, he's here. He's now. Do-rag Diaries. We're at the do-rag. What's going on, bro? Hair looking fresh, though.
Hey, come on now, for real, big up for that. I just want, do you know what it is? All the other stuff, big up for that, but more importantly, European champion. As people can see, I got the shades on, I'm feeling extra nice. And yes, as you said, the do-rag's not on today, but fresh trim settings, man, because the parade, we're celebrating. We're outside, as we know, Tottenham High Road, armpits in the air. Yes, of course. I'm going to be heading out there real soon. It's early in the day.
Vlog it. Make sure you vlog it. Yeah, we'd love to see you guys enjoying this for the first time because it's going to be the last time. How long do you think it's going to be for you to win another piece of silverware, though? That's the question, bro. Pull you forward. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty of it because you guys are excited. And I feel like, you know what? I think one thing Manchester United fans took for granted was how much it actually meant to you guys. Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, we're better than them. We need this. Yeah, we need this for the money. We need this. But you know what? They didn't realize that it was life-changing for you, man. It was something that has never been done by your team to win a European trophy.
Sorry, yeah. Just to clarify, we got 3 European Europa Leagues, the most in England. So it has been done by my club before. European heritage. When they say it's the history of the Tottenham, the history is winning European titles. We have 4 European titles. 4 European titles, funny.
Since the Premiership started, yeah?
Since the Premiership started, doesn't matter. We have 4 European titles to our name. Football, wait. You're a Man United fan. You're not going to let people tell you that you haven't got 20 league titles. Yeah. Because what? Some of them were before the Premier League. So let's have it right. whether it's before the Premier League or not, we're still European champions. But no, it does mean a lot. Like you said, it did mean more to Spurs than it would have to Manchester United, because like I said, it has been a title drought, it has been a trophy drought, and it's been one of the longest ones in our history. Let's have it right. Tottenham's not used to not winning trophies. It's only been in the Premiership years. Let's have it right. Levy, you guys know about ownership problems, what it can do to a club, what it does to the culture. And ultimately, I think this trophy win, this can change the culture for the club. This can show people coming to Spurs, you can win things. It has been a terrible year. We have been 17th, but ultimately, we're on a new path. This trophy does embed something into these players' mind to let them know that they can get the job done. You know, in those last 10 or 15 minutes in games when you're just fighting, we fought for that win yesterday. We showed that we can do it in a final. So we should be able to do it in normal games, in Premier League games. So I expect this team to come out next season and look a lot better.
All right, I'm going to ask you these pertinent questions, though, bro. Yeah, because this is one thing that everybody wants to know. As a Tottenham fan, are you keeping the manager that got you to the finals and finally got you a piece of silverware in the modern era?
Me personally, I'm gonna say no in it, because when I turned on Ange, when I said I wanted Ange out, which was only a few months ago when we lost to Liverpool, lost to likes of Leicester, ever like at January, February, that's when I was like, I'm done. It was the football, it was the lack of solutions. Now, the funniest thing about this is the last 3 months, Ange has shown a plan B. He done the plan B in the final, and the plan B is what won us the game. One of our best performances this season, where we slapped up Man City, was again we done the plan B. So he just showed that he does have another solution. Now, for me, I don't want to keep him, but like you said, he's going to go down as one of the most successful managers in our Premiership era, but more importantly, under this ownership. Can you sack a manager that has reached his targets for the season? His targets upon last year was finish 5th and then get to Champions League. We've got into the Champions League. We've won a trophy. So it's going to be very tough for Levy to sack him. So if me as a fan, if they decide to keep him, I'm not going to be going Ange out, Ange out, Ange out. Just show me that you've got the ambition to go out and go and sign Champions League players. And then we can see how it goes with Ange. If he's not good in a couple months, get him sacked. I don't want to keep him. I don't think his football great, but with good players, his football will improve.
I think it's crazy if you man sack him, because let's just have it right. You man are not Manchester United. You man are not Liverpool. You man are not Man City. Yeah, you man ain't even fucking Arsenal. Yeah, you know it's not like you are used to winning trophies in that respect. Of this guy's done an amazing thing for you, bro. An amazing thing. And if you go and throw somebody away, like who are you bringing in next? Do you know what I mean? There's that question everybody asks us.
I know who I'd do.
Who
just want a trophy? We need a manager that's for one, he needs to be a coach. Coach first. He needs to be able to make players better. Something that we was told Amorim was going to be, but he hasn't made any player better. Let's have it right.
Hey,
yeah,
you would have had Amorim before he came to Man United.
I would have. But you know why? Because I think that our team was primed for a 3-4-3 that he plays. We've got perfect players for a system. You don't. But the manager I'd bring in, coach first, work with young players, and also he's proven Xavi Hernandez. That's who I'm going for. There isn't, and the way you've got to see it, look, picture it, and people are going to say it's Spurs. Why would he come to Tottenham? There's no big European clubs, Juventus, Bayern, PSG, that are looking for managers right now. They've just got under a new tenure. You got Real Madrid that are getting Xabi Alonso. Everyone's got their manager and they're settled. He's going to have to go to a club that's just a level below, prove himself, and work with a team. Tottenham's the perfect move for him. He's going to want to get paid big money. When we had Antonio Conte, we were paying the second highest paid manager in the world. So we can offer him all the money he wants. And he wants to work with young, up-and-coming, exciting players. We've got plenty of them, abundance. You talk about Odegaard. You're talking about, you tell if we decide to sign him. Man like Bergvall, Mikey Moore. We've got an abundance of young players. Van de Ven, Udogie, like lots of young players coming through. He'd be perfect for Spurs in my eyes, isn't it? That's my dream manager. Now, if that happens, it's a dream, isn't it?
That sounds like a dream still, because I can't see that happening. Honestly, I can't see that happening. But if you guys think that if he's available and you can get him, I don't see why you wouldn't. But I don't understand why you get rid of a manager as well that's finally won you something. But the league table does show something else in it. So you guys have been living that double life like us, innit? Yeah. What at nighttime you're going out and having fun, during the daytime you're ruined. You're ruined, and you don't know what you're doing with yourself. Yeah. So, bro, take this as a round of applause. It's the only round of applause you're gonna get from me still. And by the way, don't go anywhere, because the review show is going to be coming up on on the weekend, not the weekend, on Tuesday. And we was gonna do one today, but I don't think I can get hold of KG. So we're gonna do a review show on Tuesday. Yeah. If you want to pull up, if you can leave me. Hold on, you know Hooks in it, right?
Yeah.
Get him to send me a number or something, then please.
Yeah.
I'll hook up the invite. Yeah.
All right, send them all. We'll definitely do it Tuesday.
Thank you for coming on as well, by the way. Thank you. Thank you.
Big up, man. I had to come in from United's every Man United fan that's been talking has been getting the calls. They're getting the bird calls. As they say, it's the year of the bird. Yeah, man's in.
Get the fuck out, bro. Talk to KG, bro. Shut up. Talk to KG when he gets back in it. Yeah, it'll probably be an evening stream. Yeah, make sure you're here. You're probably going to be well wasted tonight, though. I don't think you'll make it back in time. Now, I know I've been here for 2 fucking hours. 2 hours. But you know what? Let's bring in the final callers, guys. Everybody else that's waiting, you might as well just go. I'm going to end the show with these two. I'm just being honest. Solomon and NN. This is how I'm ending the show with Ox. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I just haven't been paid my money.
No, I mean, what do you want? You've not done your.
Do you want
to? But wait a second. You see, I like the way that you're floating around because you couldn't be talking to me about ain't been paid your money yet because you know it ain't time for your money yet because I've got to see what you do in the finals first.
You know what we're gonna do. Come on, man. Just pay the money early, man. Pay the money early. Don't have me
money early, fam.
Don't have me running after you on Wednesday, man.
You money and talk to them.
Do not have me running after you on Wednesday. You owe me £100 already, though.
Can you go
me £100 already? Do you want to send 100 now?
Can you go to the bookies, fam, and say,
do you want to send 100 now?
Your money early. Is that what you do?
100 now? Do you want to send 100 now?
No.
All right then. So I guess we'll wait until Wednesday.
Yes. I don't understand why wouldn't we wait?
You really think Anthony's gonna do something for you? Yeah? This is pathetic.
I'm going to make a bet with Anthony. Where did Solomon go? Did he just leave you here by yourself? But I'm gonna.
I guess I got left. You know the Wi-Fi, man. You know the Wi-Fi.
I might have to go and make a bet. Yeah, so I can win some extra money on top of it. Yeah, because I really don't think you man are gonna do it. You know.
You don't. Really don't. How much are you gonna bet?
I already bet, fam. I'm not betting no more. I've decided, I'm gonna do forfeits next season because the amount of money I've won and I'm gonna lose. It's crazy. I've won I've won over $1,000's worth of bets, yeah. But I'm paying out at least 300 if you win and other people. But anyway,
that's not that bad, man. But you see me, I'm not paying out nothing. This community is easy to get money from. Stupid people in this community that bet me that they were gonna finish higher than my club, man. Allow it. Stinky youths.
Who do you have bets with though? And let me ask.
I think it's like there's 2 other people in this community that I can't remember that they don't call in, but I need to catch them. And then there's you, there's KG, and there's the great one. They all me peace.
Those are the main ones, yeah. There's me.
Yeah, those are the main ones. The great one wanted to up it to 2 bills a week before you played. He wanted to come here and chat shit. Up it to 2 bills. He upped it to 2 bills, innit? I was only gonna take £100 from him, but he upped in it, so I got more money in it.
Do you know what though? I don't know if you would have actually paid your debt though, NN? Are you a man of your word though?
I would have because you'd have paid.
No, you did.
No.
You lost.
The thing is,
you would.
My bet with the great one was if just for you, but my bet with you is about who's going to win more trophies. So if we had won versus Betis, I wouldn't have had to pay him anything technically because I just had you and KG pay for him.
So hold on. So my bet with you is that who wins the out-finish higher. Obviously,
we got one that finished highest, and then we got the who gets more trophies.
Who gets more trophies? So basically, I'm gonna owe you £100 anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I might send you the £100 actually. I'm just gonna send you.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Right, well, that I'll send you. The other one, don't talk to me. Yeah,
man. All right. But how are you allowing George to come in and talk to you like this? Is this how far you man are falling? Ugh. What a banter club.
Bro, listen, that's how far we've fallen, actually. What do you mean? That's just how far we've fallen. We are a banter club now. We have no chance for nobody, fam. We are 17th place, 16th place. Only Tottenham, the team beneath us, beat us.
What is the attraction?
Who have you got Vim for, fam?
What is the attraction of Man United this upcoming summer? What are you selling to players?
Money.
Can you even
That's
offer them that money though?
Money, yes, we can. That's it. That's the only thing we got right now, bro. Is that we can offer you good contracts. That's it. That's it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, because you can't say, "Oh, we're working on the project." You know, look at the project, bro. Look at the project where it left us already. So
Yeah, man.
I mean, no, we ain't got much. We ain't got much.
Yeah, man. Piss and shit on the floor of the toilets in Old Trafford, man. Ain't much there, man. Trust me.
Also, the toilet. Like, hey, Solomon, are you even here?
You know he's not here, man. The network is killing him.
I brought it back up. Have Josh
Hey,
attack.
Solomon, you owe me and Peter a forfeit each.
Oh,
if you don't do it,
Have
if you
your
don't do
shameless
it,
guy.
if
You're
you
a
don't
shameless
do
guy.
it, hold
he
on.
disappeared. He disappeared.
Hey, Joe, we said yesterday to KG, the people who don't pay their debts and don't do their forfeits, straight up ban. It's a straight up ban. You don't come back on the channel till you pay your dues.
Pav, there should be a forfeit for you though, because you were talking reckless before this match.
Yeah, and did I agree to a forfeit? I don't think so. So you shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth, you fool.
You shut your mouth.
You thought your team was gonna win, mate. What are you here doing?
Brother, you still got to play Batiste. I don't think you should be
Don't worry
talking.
about my club, mate. Don't worry about
You
my
shouldn't
club.
be talking. And why are you talking about United? Like, what? What's going on?
What do you
The
mean?
thing's over like a couple of days. It's been a couple of days. Why are you still talking about it?
I still need my money. I still need my money, mate.
That's what I'm saying.
Until
He's
I get
out
my
here.
money, I ain't gonna stop talking.
Yeah, you go collect your money, innit?
Yeah, I gotta collect my money from a guy on the screen as well.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll
Gonna
see.
owe me 200 very soon.
Don't worry. 100, but I'm not giving you the other 100 because I
You're
don't give you
giving me
that.
the other 100. You can give it right now. It's up to you, innit?
Shut up. Solomon, are you even there? You keep coming in and out of the stream, but you've not said one word. Bro, take yourself off mute right now before your internet gives up, fam. Solomon.
These guys don't.
You see how you know Solomon's mad, yeah? Solomon went after they beat Real Madrid, his internet and his line was perfect. Now, all of a sudden, when he got chat and people want to chat to him, you can't even hear him.
Joe, calm down. Guys, can you hear me? My network is actually bad. Honestly, I'm not really telling lies on this one. My network is actually bad. It's not where I am. I'm not in Lagos, so it's always bad. So I'm sorry about that. So, yeah, before I break out, let me just say, I've noticed everybody all crucifying me because of my hot chip challenge. The issue I have on ground is I can't get the chip myself. I can't get it
We
from
never
here.
said it was
It's
a hot
banned.
chip. Who told you it was a hot chip? It's
I thought
mine
that
and
was why
Peter's
everybody was.
forfeit each. We decide what forfeit you're gonna do, not you or the community.
Guy,
Me and Peter decide what you're gonna do. You got to do 2 forfeits.
So what's yours, man? What's yours? Have you decided what you want him to do yet, Pam?
I said to Uncle, yeah, think of a forfeit because obviously man's in Lagos. I don't know what he can and cannot do. If he can't do the hot chip, then I need something. I need a substitute. I just need to know when Solomon can do the forfeits on stream, and then we'll tell him what he's got to do.
To be fair though, Pav, we've got wait. We can get a chip to him if we need to. The community can sort that out.
But this man will come and say that somebody stole it before it got to him.
No.
See, look, he's laughing. I know I'm right. You can't scam a scammer, bro. You can't scam a scammer.
All now he's not even denied. He's not even denied the claims. He's just keying. He's not even denied the claims.
What do you guys mean? Why would I do? Abba, this is no. This is a slap on my face. This is a slap on my integrity. Come on. If I could get the chip, honestly, I would have done it. I would have gotten it. If I can get it, I would get it.
Wait, hold on.
Can you get cinnamon? Can you get cinnamon?
You must be able to get cinnamon.
Joe, you've got Solomon's number, right?
Yeah.
You can organize getting a chip to him, man.
Joe, I'm happy as long as Peter's happy. Yeah, I'm happy. No. I'm happy that this guy does a cinnamon challenge, a big tablespoon of cinnamon, and an ice bucket challenge at the same time.
But no, you have to confer with the other person.
No, that's what I said. As long as Peter's fine with it, then
Peter, okay.
yeah. As long as Peter's fine with it, this guy's got to do a tablespoon of cinnamon. Yeah. and he's got to do a ice bucket challenge at the same time.
Well, if Peter's in the chat, you can confirm with us if you're happy with that. I don't know if he is. I think he went back to work, if I'm being honest with you. But guys, you know what? I ain't got much time. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's time for that. It's time for that song, bro.
Back with a vengeance.
Alright, I'm sending you the thing in it. I expect my money by the end of today. That's what I'm giving you in it. If not,
Hey, Joe, don't have that from him. Joe, no, hey, bro, I'm not appreciating that, bro. Don't come here. Don't come here and think you can talk to my brother like that. Nah, bro, I don't care, bro. I don't care about.
Drop a bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at this.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky.
None can compare with the KG done. Better take cover when he drops that. Going on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
I said drop a bomb, Dad.